You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent Austin Show.
What is happening? Thursday. Here we go. We got some football tonight. Your Packers.
Who's my Packers? My Packers.
I kind of associate you with the Packers. You and Mike Bursch.
Bursch is, he is Packer fan.
Yeah,
and then we
Packer
got John Bachman being the Vikings fan.
Yeah, sorry about that, John.
I want to know.
Better to be a Packers fan.
There you go.
How much better are the Packers on probably right now in that division now they did what they did to the Lions?
I mean, we've been over this, man. It's 1 week. It's hard to tell. I mean, yeah, Green Bay is a solid team. They obviously have a great defense. Jordan Love.
That's what people realize. They have a really good defense.
I mean, they had a great defense. Well, I would say really good before I say like elite, because once again, I have to see it a little more. Their secondary, we'll see if they can get exposed a little bit, because I think they have some pieces that are missing. But I mean, when you have a great defensive line and you have great linebacking core, sometimes the secondary doesn't matter. So I'm going to have to see a little more. But the biggest question with the Green Bay, it's going to be Jordan Love. Can he will them to a Super Bowl run?
Yeah. I just think he's got big advantage over like Minnesota, say, right?
I'm taking Jordan Love over McCarthy. All day. Yeah.
That defense is good too. Minnesota's defense. Flores done a really nice job there, and it continues to do that. Good coaching in that division. Really good coaching in that division with Campbell, O'Connell, and LaFleur. I think LaFleur is like one of the most underrated guys in the league. Nobody really talks about him. Does anybody ever talk about Matt LaFleur?
Wisconsin, absolutely. But I don't know.
Yeah, outside of Wisconsin, I'm not sure they do. Yeah. Like if you take, his win-loss record is ridiculous, and he's been good after Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's because of Aaron Rodgers." No, he's been good after Aaron Rodgers. And yeah, their organization's really good. Like I just feel like San Francisco's really good, right? And a lot of players over the years, but you still get like Kyle Shanahan gets a lot of love. The Rams have been good. McVay gets a lot of love. Obviously, Campbell gets a lot of love for the turnaround, rightfully. So I don't really feel like LaFleur really gets a lot of love. I don't think anybody ever talks about him.
Well, you got to win a Super Bowl.
I get it.
Or you have to at least go to one.
His win-loss record might be better than anybody since he's entered the league. Well, it can't be better than Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Probably. But it's pretty darn close. Yeah. It's up there.
Yeah.
And I know you got to go that deep run. We'll find out if Jordan Love is that guy. Speaking of San Francisco, some news out today, 2 to 5 weeks on the turf toe, I guess it is, right? A turf toe injury for Brock Purdy. So that kind of developed a little bit more into what initially thought. The Jags could get what would be perceived as a break. Mac Jones, obviously there now.
That comes full circle.
That could be pretty interesting.
That'd be crazy. Yeah.
You already know Kittle's out.
Yep, absolutely.
San Fran.
Yeah, all of a sudden that goes a game from, you're traveling to the West Coast and everything looks a little sketchy to now that's a very winnable ball game for the Jags.
Yeah, this one, the Jags are only a 3.5-point dog against Cincinnati. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a little surprising, isn't it? No?
You have to go off based off of week one, how they looked.
Yeah. Well, they already know stuff. They know more. Vegas knows more than anybody else anyway. Forget about what it looked. They know all the deep dive tricks of how it's going to work out. It was a 4.5-point line.
Sure.
Before the season started, moved a point based on the opening games.
Yeah, but also isn't that just because of betting? Like people are seeing, okay, the Bengals didn't really do that well week one. Yeah. Jaguars kind of dominated the Panthers, so maybe the lines are moving a little bit just because people are putting money now on the Jags.
Yeah. So I think the trend though is with the the Bengals have won 6 games in a row, going back to last year.
Okay.
And the Jags, I think I saw something where they are not great against the AFC North. They've lost like 4 or 5 in a row against the spread against the AFC North.
Okay.
There you go. I got your betting lines for you.
And then I'll tell you, Zac
I'm
Taylor,
locked in.
And I'll tell you, Zac Taylor hasn't won a game,
That's a good
week
one.
2 ever.
That's
in
a good
his
stat.
head coaching career. So you can try to find analytics to justify everything. The point is, though, that streaks are eventually meant to be broken.
Yeah,
hopefully it's not going to happen against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I was just a little surprised. Like I would think when the schedule comes out here, I know all the stuff about the Bengals. I would just think, hey, this is a 4-win team coming off a team in the Bengals that really got hot at the end of last year is proven. Many people, I think when we did our picks, probably have them not only in the playoffs, sometimes winning the AFC North, which might be a little crazy, but also potentially even going to the Super Bowl. right? I mean, I don't know if there's really much difference in terms of how you feel about the Bengals and even a team like the Chiefs or the Bills or the Ravens. I'm not saying they're better. I'm just saying when you go up against them, you're like, that's one you might not win, especially on the road.
The reason, I mean, and like, yeah, I have the Bengals going to the playoffs and everything, but I mean, if we were going to do like the rundown, I didn't have them going to like the AFC Championship game per se or anything, just because it's hard for me to buy into a team that has a porous offensive line and their defense isn't proven. Now, that their defense surprised week 1, and they're really the reason why the Bengals were able to beat the Browns. So who knows? I mean, we'll see 4 or 5 weeks from now. Maybe the Bengals got a top 10 defense. Maybe they turn things around a little bit. Maybe, you know, Shamar Stewart's the truth and everything. But, like, I don't think you're going to be able to make up for that offensive line. Like, I think who they are is who they are, and who they are, they've been like that for a long time.
Yeah, it really asked Joe Burrow to overcome a lot. I kind of said that. We do a little analysis for Jaguars.com each and every week, and I'm like, I don't know how they feel good, the Bengals, because they got Burrow and Higgins and Chase, and I think Hendrickson's one of the most underrated guys in the league. So they feel really good. I'm not really sure how good they are. You know, it's kind of like when you deep dive into the Chiefs. The Chiefs are really good because they've got star power, and those guys, you just feel like they're going to find a way. But if you really look at their football team, I think there are so many, or at least a handful of maybe 8 teams that are just better than them when you line up.
In terms of talent.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But, like, I think coaching and quarterback play, I think that can that can overturn just like a roster top to bottom. And I think just makeup and experience can also make up for that.
Yeah, and it does. It has. I think that's crystal clear that it's done that. How about this? I was thinking the Texans are playing. They're playing the Bucks on Monday night. I think that one's at home for the Texans. And then the Chiefs are playing the Eagles this week.
Okay. Yeah.
Both those teams, AFC South champs, AFC West champs, obviously Kansas City on a way higher level than Houston, could be 0-2 to start the year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a path for 0-2
for
those two teams,
Yeah.
which
I don't
really know if I want a desperate Houston team coming in here.
But but see, like, once, like, because everyone's like a big deal. What happens if Kansas City goes 0-2? I don't think they're really worried. Like, I think that, you know, like, a team can go 0-4 and turn things around. You know, like, obviously it's better to start out slow and then get your way to working faster. Like, yeah, and an 0-2 hungry Houston Texans team, that would be something, right? Like, obviously then there's a little bit more of a sense of urgency. But, like, I think there's some teams where you have to get caught up in them starting out 0-3, 0-4, and then there's some teams where you just look at it and be like, man, I feel like by the time December comes around, they'll still be competing for a playoff spot.
Yeah. I think, and I don't know what the math says on this, I'd rather the Texans win and lose to the Jags than obviously lose and go to 0-2 and beat the Jags. Right?
Yeah.
You want that game in hand.
Sure.
So, like, to me, you know, I'm not going to look ahead to that game, but we're a few days away from me just pumping the hell out of that Houston game. I think it's massive.
Did you read an article about it?
Not yet.
Can't wait for it.
I think it's massive. Maybe that's a good idea.
There you go.
I've written an article in a while.
Yeah. I mean, you've been talking about it like you've written the article, so you might as well write the article.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I believe it. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I believe that one.
I'm aware.
Yeah. I don't know if
think we're
everybody
all
else
aware.
is, but I'm all in on it. And we'll be proven right or wrong.
So you think if they lose to the Texans, it's over?
It's not that it's over.
Or they don't have a good shot of going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's going to be that tight of a year where I think that game is going to be the one that you look back on and everything changes. And I think the bigger story there is also how you treat that game if you're Liam Cohen. Like, right, we can see it. You see sounds of the game. You see the stuff the Jags are putting out. You see right now the buy-in on Cohen, his intensity, his standard. Well, I think this is a game where you got to preach that all week and almost treat it like a college rival, high school rivalry game, because those guys have been running the division. They killed your quarterback a year ago. Like, all those things. I just think there are so many underlying things of hey, this is who we're going to be.
Yeah, I understand that. And obviously it's a divisional game, so it's obviously huge. You have to win your divisional games if you want to go to the playoffs. But, like, to me, it reminds me of, like, 2018 when they played the Patriots. And, like, that was the biggest game of the season because you just came off of a season where the New England Patriots won by a caveat, let's just say. And, you know, they go to the Super Bowl. And, like, a lot of people had the Patriots winning the Super Bowl that next year. So they come to Jacksonville week 2, and, like, the Jaguars dominated them. And I thought, okay, like here we go. This is it. Like this is what we've been waiting for. A front-running Jacksonville Jaguars team that should be the favorite to go to the Super Bowl because look what they just did to the New England Patriots. And then we know how that season went. So I get Week 3, Houston, divisional opponent. It's big, and any divisional game is. But I'm not ready to say, okay, if they lose to them, it's over. I'm not ready to say if they win, congratulations, you have the division.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, by the way, I would not hand them the division if they win. Okay. I wouldn't take it away from them if they lose. But it's kind of like how you felt about the 4th and 1 play.
Okay.
I think that's the way you like. Kind of. I mean, is in reality the season over? The
game could have been swayed.
It could. Well, That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Houston. I just feel like there's so many underlying factors that could be a domino effect that, again, kind of go back to the Miami game last year. Was the game lost on the fumble, or was the game really lost on the 2 big plays after the fumble? Did that change the season? Well, in reality, it was 0-1 versus 1-0. No, it didn't change the season. But there were some just underlying tones that stayed with you for the rest of the season, win or lose. And so I could even argue the way they play against Houston, the physicality they match against, or more. And even if they don't pull it out, lose on a late field goal, whatever, the way that thing looks, I think I could still pull some things out of there. So that's why I don't say it's over.
Okay.
It's over, Johnny, if they lose it. But I just do think I think for me, there's a lot of weight on that game.
Gotcha.
Top down, right or wrong.
Do you think it's the most important game of the season?
Yeah, I still do.
You still do? Okay.
I really do. I think, yeah.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, there are a couple other reasons why I statistically think that. You don't play another AFC South team for a while.
Yeah.
And so when you go to Houston, which I think is their next division game, actually is against Houston in November, you actually now have a chance to go sweep them if you win, which means the pressure is really on Houston because they have got to win that game. You've got that one in hand, and then you have Tennessee and Indy 2 more times each the rest of the season, and those at least appear right now more gettable than the division champs, right? Those 2 teams we don't think are as good as Houston.
Well,
we don't think. We'll see.
You don't think Indy looks? I mean, once again, if you want to go off of Week 1 performance, yeah.
Well, this is why I said it all before the season. This is what my train of thought though on it.
Yeah, I got you.
And so I mean, you could literally go 5-1 potentially in the division if you actually sweep Houston. Like it gives you a shot to sweep Houston. And if we all think the division, I mean, what's the winner of the division? 10 games, 10 wins,
could be
maybe 9. Some have suggested maybe 9. Well, if that's the case, we're talking about a 1-game difference. Well, you're going to look back on a home game. You got to win your home games in the division against these teams. And do you have to beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday night? Not really. To me, you have to beat the Houston Texans.
I think that's the most
3.
important game, though, is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Interesting.
Because how have the Jacksonville Jaguars been on prime time?
Well, they haven't been good.
How have the Jacksonville Jaguars been against the Kansas City Chiefs?
They've actually played them tough. They just
but
can't
have
beat
they
them.
won games?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that game of what it looks like is going to be possibly the most important game.
All right. Well, I guess we are switching ahead. Forget about the Cincinnati game.
Dude, you're talking about Houston. What are you?
I know. Hey, you get me going on Houston game.
I guess so, man.
I can't wait till the clock strikes
Cincinnati.
4 o'clock on the Cincinnati. Hey, there was a question we had in the. I'm going to get to it early. J-Paw, question of the day for media folks, since they're always asking fans. If only one thing can be cleaned up from week 1 to week 2, what would you choose? I would think this would be hands down the poll question. Penalties.
Yes. Self-inflicted. Well, I mean, yeah, penalties in general. Yep. Because I feel like, you can get by with 10, 11 penalties against the Carolina Panthers. If you look last year in terms of who led the league in penalties, the Baltimore Ravens were tied for 2nd in penalties. But you feel like they have the genetic makeup, they have the proven experience to make up for that. The Jaguars aren't quite there yet. So when you play a quality team like the Chiefs, maybe like the Bengals, or a full, healthy 49ers, you can't get by with 10 penalties a game.
Yeah, I think that's so far and away the number one thing from week 1. The question is week 1 to week 2. But are there some other things where I really do think losses or wins hide other things too? So
Okay.
I would say, the accuracy at times in that third quarter specifically of Trevor Lawrence, you got to hit the layups. Like, you've got to get these guys going. In a football game against most opponents like this Sunday, you can't miss some of those plays. Again, against Houston coming up in a couple weeks. You can't miss some of those plays if you're going to win. And obviously you can't have 11 penalties most of the time and start 1st and 20 a couple of different times. That's apparent. But I really think it goes back to Trevor's accuracy a little bit. And BTJ and Travis Hunter have to be involved, right? So from week 1 to week 2, I think that's what we're all looking for this week. Like, those guys have got to have the ball in their hands, be more impactful than whatever it was, 45 yards combined of offense.
Yeah, because one's going to assume, like, listen, if you can run the football again against this Bengals defense, by all means, that's going to set a lot of things up. But now I feel like against this Bengals team, you're going to have to hit your connections, too, with Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to put up points on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, and you said it coming off Monday. You said, hey, the defensive interior wasn't that great either. Like, Jags defense played really well overall.
Yes.
But the interior is still, like, you've got to get more. And I highlighted this week, I really think Armstead's a huge fact. Like, you want a coming out party? I'm back. Hey, Jacksonville, you want to fall in love with the Jags fans a little bit? Have a big game Sunday against the Bengals.
Yeah, and it's chalked up for him to have a big game because once again they're very beatable on that offensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals.
So that's what I would say. I mean, I think those are a couple of cleanup spots. They would probably go deeper. I'm sure there's a bunch of things. I would also probably bring up Jarian Jones. I don't think overall Jones was great in that game, the challenge gets really ramped up.
Yeah, and that's going to be the question. And then does Travis Hunter come in a little bit and get a lot more reps? I mean, I think who reported? Did Cohen say it? Liam Cohen said.
Cohen said likely.
Yeah, Liam Cohen said it's likely that he's going to play a lot more, and that makes complete sense, right? Like, I think in terms of that secondary, I think while they as a unit played well, I think Jarian Jones maybe was the odd man out there in terms of the penalty and everything and giving up some plays. So, yeah, I expect to see a heavier dose now of Travis Hunter on defense, too.
Yeah, I was thinking of this because I like Jarian a lot, and I think we're still kind of curious about that, and I think that's okay. I think you're supposed to be curious at this stage. He went from the inside to the outside. He calls it his more natural position. That's what he told us yesterday when we were asking about that backup, but he still thinks there are some nuanced things that he can be better at because he hasn't had a lot of live game action in a while in that natural position of the outside. Just some of his landmarks and where the ball, all these different things that he kind of said, which makes sense to me. But it's like a guy playing shortstop or second base. I mean, there are some nuanced things, even though you can probably get away with playing both.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of it a bit more. We're going to talk snaps and everything on Hunter a little bit later because I think the over-under on the snaps that I saw is, whoa.
Okay.
But this goes a little bit back to Rex Ryan, and not in the same tone as Rex Ryan. But I would say a game like this one against T. Higgins and Jamar Chase is why you drafted this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to play more. And I know that obviously Cohen's saying it. I think Schefter's reporting it's going to change everything. Yeah, I think we all can assume that it's going to be more, but it's forget about assuming he's going to play more 12, 13, 15 packages, whatever. Mm-hmm. No, it's you drafted him number 2 overall. The guy's a really good corner.
Yep.
Maybe even better than receiver, some would argue. I mean, this is where he helps you win a football game.
Of course. Yeah, but once again, we have to remember this is week 2. I want to see Travis Hunter 100% of the times more than anybody. Right? But I'm also real to the fact of, and I've said this before, this guy is human. Right? And this hasn't really been done before like this in the NFL. So I'm sure Liam Cohen is still trying to find his ground of how do we ease him into it? I'm sure their sports science people are still trying to figure it out. I'm sure Travis Hunter, it might be figuring out a little bit as well. So yeah, I want to see Travis Hunter on T. Higgins, right? I want to see Travis Hunter catch 6, 7, 8 balls from Trevor Lawrence. I want to see all of that. But I also want to see him play the full 17-game slate. That's the most important thing. Cincinnati, yeah, it's important. It's a big game. It's a high-profile game. But what's even more important is week 15, 16, 17 if you're competing for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that. How do you guys think overall that he just matches up with a guy like Higgins? Higgins, a tall receiver. Chase is not that tall, but can be a more physical receiver and just gifted in every facet of it. He's a better receiver than Higgins, although Higgins darn good. Mm-hmm. Does he if you were to put him on one guy or another, would you put him on Higgins or Chase?
Higgins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
I
felt
think
like.
I think Chase is the better wide receiver who can do more in terms of the route tree. So like to expect the rookie to go out there, who by the way is playing the offensive side of the ball, and say, hey, go cover arguably the best wide receiver in the league. It's a lot in his plate.
Yeah.
So I'd probably lean towards Higgins.
And at least from I don't get the sense Travis plays, I think, with just so much athleticism and speed and instinct and IQ. I do get the sense like it fits Tyson to play a little bit more from a physical standpoint. You want to bring that part of the game to that Jamar Chase matchup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I sense that at least.
Yeah, but see, this all kind of goes into Coach Campanelli too, and what the game plan is going to be. Like, are you going to plan on running a lot more zone? Are you not going to get beat deep? Are you going to plan on just going man and getting after Joe Burrow? Like, see, to me, it comes down to what the game plan is going to be as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hamby, what do you think? What do you think Travis Hunter on who?
I would put him on Higgins as well. I think it's more important about the route tree, as Austen said, about what you can expect than it is the body type of the receiver, although Chase is shorter and maybe a little faster, which kind of suits Travis Hunter well. You kind of would want him on, in my opinion, like Austen said, Higgins, because you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I just feel better. You kind of feel better if Hunter's out there with no disrespect to Jarian Jones. You know, part of my theme in the locker room yesterday talking to these guys, this is a moment for Jarian Jones. Like, he has an opportunity. Tyson Campbell still needs some of those moments on these stages against a Jamar Chase. He did a nice job against Justin Jefferson last year.
Yep.
He was in there, right? Yeah, that was.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he was healthy at that time, and he had a nice game against him, I'm pretty sure. So those are the moments that these guys you would think like live for. And even Trevor, when I asked him a little bit about it, he's like, listen, you know it's about the team and everything, but certainly as a competitor, your edge goes up a little bit. When you see all these other guys getting all this love, and you're like, hey, we can do this too. We're just as good. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it and how those guys play. Are they too early? Like, is Travis Hunter, is it still too early, 2 games in, to get that kind of play out of him against T. Higgins? We'll see how much the conditioning is, how much the snap count is. Again, a little bit later on, we'll give you the over-under on snap count and talk about that a little bit. Daniel says having a back injury against Hendrickson and Stewart might not be good. Van Lanen was full in practice. Anton's back is what he's talking about. We've been told that it was back spasms and okay. So Liam Cohen didn't even sniff at it on Monday. He was just like, hey, it's good.
Yeah.
So I assume, back spasms can be tricky. And I always say this about Anton, if you've heard us talking over the last couple of years, he's a tough dude now. He'll play through a lot of stuff. So I got to believe he'll be ready to go. And then we'll see if they need a Van Lanen. Mac Jones against the Jags. Talk a little bit more about that. Did you see the Shrimp comeback win? What a season they're having. Figure give those guys a nod a little bit. We'll tell you what that over-under, at least that I saw, or at least try to predict what the snap count could be for Travis Hunter. It's going to go up. Let's go fishing coming up at 11:30, presented by Nimnick Buick GMC Armor Guard Exterior. Get 25% off. Tell them Action Sports Jack sent you at Armor Guard Exterior, Gutter Helmet of North Florida. Zac Taylor begging the fans. Casey's back today with a little, the judge is back today. A little laying down the law.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Okay.
You're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion.
Okay.
You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah.
That's all I paid for it. Do you know what you want?
Yeah. I think I do.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR, or get $1,750 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant, or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
WrestleMania, for the first time ever in a couple years, will be traveling to Saudi Arabia. First time outside of the U.S. and Canada. Will be taking place in Saudi Arabia, and rumors are reporting that it's going to be the biggest spectacle, biggest show of all time, with names like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin being tied to it. Wild.
Huh.
Wild. Now.
So where do all those ties come from?
With Saudi Arabia?
Well, no, I'm saying why all those...
Oh, why all those names? Because what I assume is that Saudi Arabia is going to put more money than the WWE's ever seen before for an event, and then that money is going to go towards getting some of the bigger attractions. Like, I assume that if you're going to go to Saudi Arabia and do something new and garner a lot of money, you got to almost pay that off, and I feel like they're going to pay it off with a lot of big names. Yeah. Wild.
You know, I fell on, somehow landed on clips of AEW.
Okay.
Yesterday. I think it was like real stuff.
Okay.
Like, I mean, fresh stuff. I don't think it was old stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I did see Tony Khan the other day, and we were talking a little AEW, so maybe now
Well,
that's
there you go,
going on
man.
the algorithm.
In that algorithm.
And he was saying, like, they're back in Philadelphia this week and stuff. But some of the stuff, like, they were using staplers.
Oh, you're talking about Tony Storm, man. Yeah. It was like a
friend of the
like
show.
a street. Yeah, friend of the show, Tony
Is that who
Storm.
that was?
Timeless Tony Storm. Yeah, it's like a street fight.
That's what that was.
That was a stipulation.
I saw, like, a racket. Yeah, like...
Oh yeah, Tony Storm got like a couple parts of her body stapled supposedly. So, yikes!
That's like it's
that's show business.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be under. Like, is that edgy entertainment?
That's called hardcore wrestling. It's a form of wrestling, hardcore.
All right.
Come on, man! You've seen hardcore matches. Like you've been around
I
wrestling.
get
Yeah,
it. I get it.
I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Like it was her and Sky Blue.
Yeah.
It's just it's a form of wrestling. Some people love it and are obsessed with the blood and the violence, and some people it's not for them. But that's the cool thing with wrestling, man. Like there's, it's one giant thing, but there's so many tentacles of what it could actually be.
How often do they sprinkle the hardcore wrestling? Is it like once a night, or is it once a week? Is it once a month?
Usually, like if you talk about a hardcore match, there's lead up to it. Sometimes it's for a belt. So maybe, I mean, with AEW, it's a lot more, I think, than WWE, because WWE reserves the hardcore matches mainly for like pay-per-views or PLEs, they call it, premium live events. AEW, I feel like, does it a little more casual, maybe like once a month or so, just even like on a regular AEW Dynamite.
I'm glad you brought up that PLE thing, because remember when ESPN was doing the new app, I think, or was it the UFC deal? I don't know. There was a big deal recently. Remember the UFC has a new deal with,
of course.
They got a deal with.
They just signed with Paramount.
And then, or maybe it was the ESPN stuff. I can't really remember because I just can't remember what it was around, but they were throwing this PLE thing out.
Sure.
And I'm like, what the hell is that?
Premium live event.
Is that a new way to say pay-per-view?
Well, it's not a pay-per-view anymore.
I mean, okay,
Because-
so outside, that's the new pay-per-view without saying pay-per-view because you're not paying.
Correct. Yeah. So it's just, obviously, it's more important than like a weekly episode.
Yeah.
It's a premium live event because you can't call it pay-per-view anymore because it essentially goes against itself.
Yeah. No, I get
like
it.
if you're,
I get it.
I mean, even the UFC now, like when they go to Paramount, like their pay-per-view model is going to be dead. It'll.
So
I don't know if they're going to
PLE.
call. I'm not sure they're going to call it that, but
so it's pretty common lingo now. Like I could have easily looked this up and I didn't. That's how interested I was in it. But
Sure, yeah.
I was just like, I kept seeing it. It's like, what is that? Like what? I'm trying to. I didn't really spend a lot of time on this, but how late am I to that party? Like, they've been saying PLE for 5 years, 10 years?
Amby, you want to? I mean, he's a little late.
Yeah, pay-per-view hasn't really been a thing for years.
Yeah, man, we're kind of sweeping up the.
What, pay-per-view
floor.
hasn't been a thing for years?
Not for WWE.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general. This wasn't necessarily just tied to wrestling. This was
okay.
Is that what they call now? PLE is a common thing for any event like this?
I mean, it's mostly in
Is it
wrestling.
just wrestling?
Yeah,
That you see it? Well, then that's why I didn't see it. Probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, I mean, I don't know. They might call it that for boxing because, like, like with DAZN, like when DAZN took over like the streaming service where you pay whatever $10 a month, and they got rid of the pay-per-view model with like Canelo and everybody.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, I'll break that down tomorrow. He's fighting one of the biggest fights in boxing history, but no one's talking about it. It's cool though. But like, I don't know if they refer to boxing as PLE events, but I do know in wrestling they have, and they've done that for a while because they've been on Peacock. Well, they were on Peacock for a bit.
Brent, a new study shows that artificial sweeteners contribute to memory fog. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
There could be some of that. Now, what's technically an artificial sweetener? Is it like the coffee creamer, or is it like that other sugar, like stuff like the sugar supplements or replacement stuff?
Not a scientist, but I think the artificial sweetener is anything that's not natural.
Would make sense. Where's coffee creamer on that list?
Look up the ingredients. Dude, I don't drink coffee. I don't know. Look up the ingredients. Like,
just ask it.
I feel like cane sugar, natural, because it comes from cane. I don't know.
What's in like the yellow packets and stuff and blue packets, sweet and low?
I think that's an artificial
I
sweetener.
feel like that would be artificial.
Yeah, like I
sweetener.
don't use that stuff. That's my point.
Okay, cool. Nice.
I just go with the straight sugar or the coffee creamer.
Okay.
Yes, many popular coffee creamers contain artificial
Yeah,
sweeteners like
I would think so.
sucralose and Ace K.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to go to a plant and just milk it of coffee creamer.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking, I just wanted to confirm. Okay. When I think of artificial sweeteners, though, I think of like the packs that are at the restaurant that are not.
Sweet and loaves. Yeah,
like the yellow and blue and pink and whatever.
Stevia.
I don't even know what they all are.
Stevia is
There you
artificial
go.
sweetener.
But I don't use any of those. And
Nice.
never have. So there we go. I got that in my
Wait,
back
so
pocket.
you don't use coffee creamer?
Oh, no. I use a ton of that.
Then you're using artificial
I
sweeteners,
know, I was
man.
just telling you, I don't use the ones at the restaurant.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I mean, like, dude, you can't have it both ways. You want us to pat you on the back for not using the sweet and lows, but I do use coffee creamer.
Hey, yeah. I'm sure I use a lot of artificial everything.
Yeah.
Except for intelligence. So
It tastes so good, though, doesn't it?
It does taste pretty good.
Delicious.
Andre Jackson, I'm late driving during that segment, but as far as the third quarter was, I think that was an anomaly. All last season, we started off slow. 3-4 quarter is when the Jags would finally find a rhythm. You know, it's fascinating, I think, how much that changes. There was a time, I think, in late 22 specifically, and 23, I think, when they were good, but I think 22 specifically, that the Jags were awesome in the third quarter. They were terrific. For whatever reason, I go back and look at it. And then I think last year they were awful in the third quarter. So it will be interesting to see. Now, that third quarter was different on Sunday. Remember, it was like 2.5 hours later because of the delay. So there was a lot of clunkiness to the game. And we'll get a sample size of all this. But I think that I don't know why that happens. I'm not sure. Some teams come out of the better in the locker room, the adjustments that people talk about, but you're making adjustments throughout the game. That's what I always kind of laugh at. And most people would say that you're not just making the adjustments in that 12-minute halftime. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with the third quarter and the Jacksonville Jaguars and how they come out. I think you really want them to be good in the fourth quarter. Like if there's a quarter you can pick, you want them to be good. I like the first quarter and the fourth quarter. I think the Jags, when Doug Peterson was cooking here, it was really that second and third quarter he loved that last 4 minutes and that first 4 minutes, and they were really good at that part of it. Yeah, they're awful every quarter last season, pretty much. So we'll see what becomes the identity of this team. I think already if they win the toss, they're going to probably take the football most times. I think we learned that. Yep. And based on what Cohen said in Tampa, their win percentage was high. Well, guess what? They're 1-0. So if they get another opportunity to do that, they'll do it. And they might get the ball more than any other team. Because if they're going to take it, even when they lose, most other teams will defer.
True.
So you're going to get the football a lot of times to start.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. I don't think that will be a change. Do you think that will change week to week for
Once
them?
again, I just think it depends on who you're going against. I think the Carolina Panthers, they saw they could kind of go after them right away. And so, assert dominance. Maybe like a more high-powered team, they might be a little more leery to do that. Yeah. I think it depends all on the matchup.
Do you like it, Hamby? Grabbing the football or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a change of pace. If you can go out there and establish this and set the tone of the game by going down there and scoring points, why not?
It just feels like a big if. You're not going to score on every possession. But when they don't score that opener, what does that mean?
Do you think against Houston they do it? Like if they win the coin toss at home, you think they're going to go try to drive down, or are they going to go on defense first and try to stop C.J. Stroud in the offense?
I think they're going to take the ball. I think it's going to become part of their identity.
Okay.
I don't think it was just a Carolina thing. I understand your point, but would you disagree? First. You think they'll defer if they have the choice against Houston?
I think it's a possibility. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not like putting money down or anything,
no,
but like
yeah. I think that's
how many times they do it in Tampa Bay? I don't know. Look that up.
Well, that's what he was saying. He said last week, I didn't look it up, but he said they had the numbers when they had the ball first, their win percentage was really high. So that's why they kept doing it.
I get that, but like I'm saying, so he even went above, like, okay, because sometimes you lose a coin toss, they kick to you, right?
Most of the time, you lose the coin toss, you're going to get the ball.
Of course.
But they started reversing it where they were like,
Tampa.
hey, if we win the coin toss, we're going to take it.
Gotcha.
Because nobody really does. Across the league, it's become a thing where you defer.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So, yeah, it's pretty interesting on that part. William, crazy how great win turns up the hopium. I like the hopium. I like that. That's good.
I like that.
Put it on a shirt. I can see them being 4-1 through the first 5 games.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean, that San Fran game. Everybody, now we got it as a win. No George Kittle.
No,
Jags haven't played well in the West Coast if they were playing a Pop Warner team.
Sure. But, like, no, I mean, the things are kind of like, the stars are aligning a little bit to, you see Mixon was out. That helped out everything for Houston. Like, yeah. I mean, listen, it's cool to be excited, man.
I love
it.
I love it. Listen, it changes it. Hey, you want to be excited? Here's what I said last night. Did you see, by the way, sounds of the game for the Jags?
No.
I did.
You did, Hamby?
Yeah.
I tried to stay off as much social media last night, bro. Sorry I missed that one.
Oh, yeah. Golly.
Yeah.
The sounds of the game was another indication to me, and I'd already seen a lot of that, good amount of that stuff.
Yeah.
But one thing about the sounds of the game that I'm kind of intrigued by, or at least what the Jags are doing, their access is better than it's probably ever been right now. Their access. I mean, our access has been probably better than it's ever been, or pretty close to, but theirs is definitely better. And so one of the things they're doing is showing the pregame speech. And you know what, Austin? I'm not really sure how much I've ever thought about the pregame speech, but I really thought the pregame speech was mostly delivered on Saturday night in the hotel or in team meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And then you always see the huddle with, like, the player that's getting the guys fired up.
Yeah.
But is that pretty common? Like, Liam Cohen delivered a pregame speech as well. Is that common across the league? Most coaches do that?
For the pregame speech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do? Right before you go out?
I mean, I think
at whatever time that was. I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. Usually, 'cause I'm trying to think back now to when I played with everybody.
Andy Reid doesn't seem like he's given you much of a rah-rah before.
Okay, obviously the message can be different in terms of intensity, in terms of enthusiasm, because Andy Reid wasn't that guy. But usually the last voice you hear before you go out, like as a team, would be your head coach.
Is the head coach.
In some sort of capacity.
Okay. And that's what this one was. This wasn't like, win one for the Gipper.
Oh, no.
This was more like, hey, let's do this. This is what we've preached. It was kind of a reinforcement of all the things that they had talked about during the week. So that's pretty common.
Yep, it's pretty common. Yeah, because this wasn't, because you know how it works, right? Like, you talking about this is before the delay? Or
this is before the delay, yeah.
Okay, so this is like the getting ready to start the game.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, it was in the locker room still. So before they would come out for the introductions.
Gotcha. Yeah, because what people don't realize, it's different. Because for the pregame warm-ups that sometimes people aren't in the stadium to see, like everybody goes out at a certain time. So like punters, kick returners, things like that go out first. And then like linemen go out second. And then so like it's kind of weird because it's like there's that moment of, okay, you got your nerves and everything because you're going out there on the field for the first time, but it doesn't really feel real because it's a warm-up and you're not with your entire team.
Yeah, I get it.
So, like, there's not a lot of rah-rah like that, but then when everybody comes back in the locker room before they do the introductions and everything, that's when the coach will say his final words.
Yeah, and by the way, I did not say this because of the pregame talk, like what I'm about to say. I noticed that. I was like, I hadn't really noticed that before because I don't think the Jags had access to that before in the past, and now they do. I did think what was good of Cohen that he actually rallied the guys on the sideline before the restart of play. And like just this detail I thought was pretty good. He's like, listen, this isn't 0-0.
Yeah,
We're up 10-3.
Yeah.
Let's keep whooping their ass, basically, is what he said.
Yep.
So here's my takeaway of Liam Cohen. People say, oh, of course, Brent, they're 1-0. They beat Carolina. Settle down. This is not about the 1-0. This is about everything that we've seen him do since he got the job. Everything. Everything we've seen him do outside of the Duval that people made fun of, probably, has, I think, been pretty good. pretty good. I'm waiting for the. That's a little bit of a misstep, like he's a new coach, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that way. And we see a lot of stuff. Like you see a lot and dig into a lot, and you're around it quite a bit. And I just think the way he's been able to get the buy-in from players, what he's preaching, the things that we talked about yesterday about he might be a step ahead of folks from a smart standpoint, the standard that he does have, what people are saying about that. And I do think, and we noticed this early, but I do think he's got an edge to him. He's cool. And he can cool and have a swagger, but then he's also got this edge. And his dad told us this in our content. He's like, listen, now he can hug you. He can get after you.
Yeah.
Like he's got a good balance of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I've heard that from other people as well. So what I basically said last night was I feel like the Jags might have found themselves a star.
Mm-hmm.
Like they might have we think Kevin O'Connell right now is a star. The way I look at him from the outside, I'm not around him every day. His proof of performance has said so. The way he handles himself, all these other little things. And what really comes back to me is like this McVay tree is going to be damn good. It already is pretty good, but it has potential to be damn good. Way they did things in the Rams, like that is the wow. But I think Liam Cohen, man, might be really, really good. And it's definitely way early. I understand that.
I mean, he's won a game.
Well, that's what everybody keeps telling me. But my point is, it's more than a game. It's 6 months of it. It's like this stuff's not too big for him. The situational stuff in the preseason, the handling of the Travis Hunter stuff, like all these different things that are bigger than a game. Sooner or later, you're going to be judged by the win-loss record. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of misstep potentials in a coaching regime throughout the offseason, the building to the regular season.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like we've seen, quite frankly, anything that we can be overly critical at just yet.
No, for sure. But like at the same time, I was pumped when Urban Meyer came here. I'll be the first one to admit it. I thought Urban Meyer was going to turn everything around. And like in the beginning, there wasn't anything that there was a clue where like, okay, this could go really bad. Now, at least I didn't see anything. Now in the building, maybe they tell you differently. But obviously then it went downhill really quick with like, the Cincinnati incident and then the whole Josh Lamb. But like you just got the sense that this wasn't going to be a good situation. It wasn't going to have a happy ending. I was pumped when Doug Peterson came here. I mean, how could you not be pumped when Doug Peterson came here? Super Bowl champion, got the best out of a Nick Foles. Why wouldn't he come over here, turn everything around, take us to the playoffs, win a Super Bowl, and make Trevor Lawrence an elite quarterback? So I understand what you're saying. Well, there's nothing that you dislike from Liam Cohen, as there's not. Like the guy's super likable, and so far I'm extremely excited. But I have to temper, at least for me, I'm tempering my expectations until I see the win-loss record. Yeah. Because I'm tired of having PTSD of being excited for coaches and then getting burned by them because the culture, the wins-losses just isn't what you want it to be.
I think that's totally reasonable and really where everybody will be and should be anyway. I think the difference for me are two things, what you just said there. I think Urban, by August 10th, you could poll the locker room and already know some of this stuff might not go.
Because they weren't winning, though.
On August 10th, they hadn't even played a game.
I'm sorry. I mean, I thought you meant, okay, gotcha.
This was like in camp.
Gotcha.
Ryan Nielsen, a month into the whole offseason program, I was already getting stories about team meetings, how people were rolling their eyes.
Of
and
course.
that would come to fruition. So, like, we haven't had any of even those kind of things.
Sure.
In fact, I had some folks around the NFL be like, hey, I think the Jags made a lot of good decisions here. They made the Baselli decision is a good one. Gladstone, man, he's sharp, like really good, like a lot of good love for him around the league. At least some of the folks that I talked to, like, and they would put it this way, like, curiosity's the coach. Curiosity's the coach. And that comes to my second point is I just don't think anybody knows him. Like the people you reference in terms of even Doug, who had already had a Super Bowl champ, people knew who he was. Okay. And Doug, by the way, pushed all the right buttons in that first year, too. I would have said the same thing. I was really high on Doug. For a year and a half, I was Doug's biggest cheerleader.
Everybody was high on Doug. How could you not be?
And he pushed so many of the right buttons coming off Urban Meyer. Mm-hmm. And I'll always give him the respect for that. And I'll admit, we were on that train. Why wouldn't you have been, right?
Of course.
Urban Meyer had already done it. We kind of knew who he was from a coach standpoint. So I guess what makes this a little feel different is we just don't know much about Liam Cohen. Like, we're learning as we go. I don't think the league really knows much about him. I think Tampa knows, McVay knows. There are people that might know. But we just don't know how this is going to work. And, just been pretty impressed. I think Williams has been impressed with how he communicates to players and media. And again, that goes to the fans, too. Right? He's really relaying stuff to the fans. But if you talk to the players in there about that communication, you get the same kind of reaction, which is good. So, hey, there are going – what's it going to look like when there's a misstep? What's it going to look like when there's a fourth down?
That's what I keep saying.
You go for, right? Yeah, absolutely. It comes with it. He's not going to win every game. I can guarantee you that.
Yep. And I will judge him according. I mean, listen, I'll judge you off your performance in terms of wins and losses, and I'll look even closer during those losses of what you do and how you respond.
Yeah,
that's how I'm gonna say if you're gonna be the guy for the job, if you're the right guy for Jacksonville or not. So far, so great. Everything's been gravy. Everything's pretty easy right now. I get it. What's gonna happen if you have a little bit of a losing streak?
Yeah, and you've always judged people on that.
Yep.
And maybe the surprises are how bad the last two guys handled that.
I think it's very telling. Yeah.
It's a bit of a surprise how bad they handled that situation. Hey, Hamby, how about the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, man? We don't talk about the shrimp a bunch, but we got playoffs coming around the corner. And these guys have 82 wins now. They had an unbelievable first half. I think the 82 wins when they hit that was the most since 2007 for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and obviously Jacksonville Suns. And then last night, they come back down 7-1 in the ninth inning, and they end up winning the baseball game at home with a comeback in the ninth. Take a listen to the winner.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is hammered deep into the ninth. Down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's out of here. Shrimp win. The comeback of the year. Joe Mack, a walk-off two-run homer. Jacksonville wins 9-8 in 10 innings.
Good call, Scott Kornberg, a friend of the show, and that's fun. Shrimp are having a great season. I was late last night, obviously you could tell. So just a heads up on the Jumbo Shrimp. I think we got playoff baseball on Monday the 22nd and 23rd. I'll have to go look that up, but you can too. That could be a lot of fun. Monday and Tuesday. That's actually our Dream 18 day on that Monday, and then into Tuesday. So fun little stretch of sporting events going on around here, at least in our world. We got the Houston game on Sunday. We got our Dream 18, and then some playoff baseball on Monday and Tuesday coming up with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. I tell you, Joe Mack's been awesome. I mean, they now have 19 former Shrimp, by the way, this season called up. Not all off the Shrimp. I mean, some of them might have been traded away, but that too is incredible. 19 guys that have been called up that played for the Shrimp this year. So a lot of fun stuff happening with the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. And I know we don't talk about it on this kind of show. We might show some highlights occasionally on TV. I thought that one was worth a mention. When we come back, we're going to Edward Waters. Talk a little fighting, talk a little football. Your guy, Coach Jenkins.
Let's get it.
Coming up next after a 2-0 start for those guys. And I'm going to give you the over-under. Or at least maybe have you guys guess the over-under on the snap count for Travis Hunter. This might be a bet the house play, if you can find it. Mac Jones. Is that Mac in the preseason or last week going to Seattle?
I think it was last week, but I'm not sure.
Return of the Mac.
How do we feel about this?
Not mad at it. Not mad at it. And listen,
if Joe Burrow wore this, you guys would be like buying red suits.
I said I'm not mad at it. Listen, I've been very critical. Remember when Mac Jones, he wore something that we grilled him on, and this is when he played with the Jaguars. I'm not mad at this look right here.
Yeah, what was he wearing?
It was like a pink. It was something. The color didn't match his skin complexion. I'm not mad at this. This is a statement right here.
Things you never thought you would hear Austen Lane say.
Match skin complexion? Brent.
What are we doing?
What?
Your color didn't match his skin complexion?
Yeah. Hey, if you're white, don't wear like a light pink color. Like that's Campy, do you know that?
I've heard it.
Yeah. Don't see, this is you. This is why you're always in sports. You have no idea ever of anything else. Like, this is a known thing. Certain colors match certain skin complexions. Look it up. Google it, AI it, ChatGPT it. You're welcome.
We'll be back. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC, we are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good, and the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Oh, there's Tank Bigsby. Said he was first team up to go return kickoffs, and that's going to be the primary role for now. I think I saw Nick Sirianni say that they have a vision. Have a vision for the player. I think that's what I remember seeing. How about we have a vision for Tank? Do we have to say like we have a vision for player?
Yeah.
It's like coaches are so goofy sometimes.
Well, I mean, the vision is just like, you know what that is. I mean, I'm sure everyone's got a vision for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But like that's just them saying, hey, this guy wasn't being used properly.
Yeah.
Wait till you see what we do with him every 2 to 3 reps a game for the next 10 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, like
See.
we will see. Because, I mean, as long as A.J. Dillon and Saquon Barkley are healthy, explain it to me then, you know?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it does seem like an embarrassment of riches that they have. They continue to go to the stable.
Oh, the more the merrier. I mean, I'm not hating on the move. I'm just saying, like, will he be an intricate part of that running game for Philly? It's kind of hard to envision.
What do you make of the Schrader move? Just real quick on the Cody Schrader move that the Jags got off the ramp. Like, to do the move that they made, they had to talk about vision.
Yeah.
Because you have to have him on the active roster. Like, you can't just go put him on your practice squad. So the Jags, like, go off the practice squad of the Rams, and they say, hey, obviously special teams, and he's not their fourth back, I would say. But it's just kind of interesting when you go grab somebody like that off their practice squad. You have a vision. You're like, hey, this guy can help us because we're going to add him and make him part of the roster.
He's going to help. But in terms of Schrader, how long has he been in the league for?
Just got in, right?
Did he just get in?
He's got 2 or 3 years.
Okay, so like,
well, I meant just got, like,
but,
sorry, I didn't mean he was a rookie, but
well, and I think, I mean, if you look at this team right now, if Travis Etienne goes down, then what are you relying on?
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, right?
So,
yeah.
Like, I think you see a guy in Tank Bigsby. Okay, great, you got some draft capital for him. You maybe have to replace him. So I feel like you do it with a guy who is at least maybe doesn't have a lot of in-game NFL experience, but he's been in the league a little bit. He knows how it operates.
Yeah.
Like, would you feel confident starting just 2 like first-year dudes?
No. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess my I like this, by the way. That means they like this guy. Like, they obviously had eyes on this guy from preseason, past years. They were around him when they were so. Totally makes sense that they pick him up, but that's a jump now. Like, I just want to make sure people understand this. Like, that 53 is pretty sacred ground. There are only so many spots going around, and so when you get somebody off the practice squad, you got to put them there. That means you're using one of those spots. What I thought they might be able to do is go get a position that they thought they maybe were a little bit light on. And then if you do run into that kind of situation, you can always get a veteran player that you have in your back pocket to maybe come in.
Yeah.
So because this guy's not a 5-year guy either. He's not a proven guy in the NFL. So you'd still be, I guess my point is you still have a lot of question marks.
Correct. Yeah.
I would imagine the way they did, obviously there's familiarity with Gladstone, but also this guy's probably really good on special teams and can help you in that facet at a minimum. To be able to go get him like this and put him on your active roster. I also really didn't even look at it, but I don't know how many other veteran guys are just out there, running back wise, that you would have faith in bringing in. So, yeah, pretty just interesting to watch how this. I think we're watching moves, and right now everything's gold with Gladstone and Cohen and Baselli, but we're watching just how Christian Kirk plays. We're watching how Evan Ingram plays. We'll now go see how this Tank Bigsby move plays out. We'll see how this offensive line does when you trade Fred Johnson away. Like, those are just things that that's part of grading the move. I do think underrated storyline of the week is Walker Little. Seemed like they did a good job. Could have his hands full now Sunday.
Well, yeah, it could be a little bit of a difference, but I think the entire offensive line did a great job, yeah.
But I think people sleep on that name. There's so much attention on Hainsey. There's so much attention even, I think people sleep on the left side of that line. Nobody mentions Ezra Cleveland, which, again, can be a good thing. Yeah. And Walker Little was such like this. Remember, they signed him to a deal. They said, okay, you're our guy. There are a lot of people that probably, let's just say they didn't sign Walker Little. The Jags might be looking at a new left tackle now. Be a veteran or a draft pick. So they need him to play well. Amby, we got Coach on? Okay, good. Let's get to Coach. The Edward Waters Tigers are 2-0 on the football season, and Coach Brian Jenkins joins us now from campus. There he is. Hey, off to a nice start, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much.
We gave you some luck the last time you were in, I guess. We're undefeated.
Yeah, we are. How about that? So we got to keep it going.
I see this is a first 2-0 start in quite some time for you guys, right?
Yeah. That's what I found out. I didn't know it, and but it's a good thing. We're 2-0, and it's the first in a long time. And after Saturday, hopefully we can keep it going to be 3-0.
What's going right for you so far? What do you like about your squad and how they're performing on Saturdays?
Well, the thing that I like about this group is that they're all in. They're focused. They trust each other. They have faith in the process, and they're not afraid to grind and work, to keep the process going. So very proud of our young men. I'm very excited and proud of my coaching staff. They're doing a tremendous job of making sure that these young men are prepared daily on the field and off the field. So, right now as a head man, I'm really feeling good, and I'm really pleased with a lot of things that I'm seeing.
Coach, especially in the NFL, people are talking about, the overreactions of 1 week, right? Like whether you look good or bad, like if you look good, you go in the Super Bowl. If you look bad, the season's over. From your head coaching perspective, like how long does it take for you to figure out exactly what you have with the team and how special they can be?
Well, I think you can figure out in practice, and seeing if the guys are focused on the preparation part of it. So before you even get to a game, your team has to be really focused and embrace the preparation part of it. I mean, it's like fighting. You're a fighter, and you know how important that preparation process is, and how much you got to embrace the pain, in preparing for that competition that can last 5 minutes or 15 minutes or more. So, it's just you can see it in the preparation process on what type of team you're going to have. It's just, once you get against competition, then you're really able to see how they respond to adversity. That's the number one thing.
Coach, I've always found it interesting because I say to be a great head coach, you have to know how to lose, but also you have to know how to motivate when you have a winning streak. Is it harder to kind of keep guys on track? If you have a little winning streak, maybe guys get a little complacent, or is it harder to try to motivate guys after a loss?
Well, I think it's harder to keep guys on track because sometimes, after 1 or 2 wins, guys think we got it. They don't feel like they have to, continue to mash the gas to go even faster or go even harder. So, as a head coach, you got to always plan ahead and make sure you get those guys to understand that the process is the process, and the way you approach the process is not going to change. And, the one thing I think our coaches have done a phenomenal job at is getting our guys to understand you got to prepare through and to the contest. So like I tell our guys, the only thing I want you to worry about is preparation and performance. Everything else I'll take care of.
41-14 win over Savannah State to open the season on the road, and then Miles College 46-14 back at home, and now Virginia Union comes to town in the Unity Classic, which is a big celebration on Friday and Saturday. It looks like campus is going to be buzzing, not just the football game, but there's a lot of events going on around it for fans and everybody involved. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's coming up over these next couple of days, Coach?
Well, I tell you what, the number one thing that's coming up, and the only thing I'm focused on is that game on Saturday. We got a chance to play a tremendous opponent. I mean, they have a championship pedigree. Their coach has done a phenomenal job at building a winning program, something that we're working towards. So, it's going to be an exciting game. They're a very good football team. And like I say, they know how to win, which means they know how to handle adversity and all the other things that come with it, the good and the bad. So we're going to have to, be at our A game to beat this team. We're not afraid of them. We're going to put our mouthpiece in and step in the ring and tell her, hey, let's fight. And then we're going to go from there. But other than that, there's many other activities going on. I haven't really got into, what's happening around, because I didn't want to cheat our guys on, like I say, the preparation process that's so important.
Yeah, it's billed as a Unity Football Classic. There'll be college recruitment fair, tailgate, fan fest, battle of the bands, Greek step show, and community-focused activities as well. So, again, a big celebration and fun around the football game. That's what's beautiful about Saturday afternoons on college campuses, or when you do the events around a Friday night high school football game. There's so much more that goes into it. All right, we're going to leave you with this, Coach Jenkins, so you can get back to work. When you were in here in studio, you were still trying to build that culture as you take over in kind of a short time frame. How do you think now that more weeks have passed, now a couple of games have passed, do you feel that getting to where you want it to be, even though, again, you really haven't had this football team as your football team for that long?
Right. Well, I think it's heading in the right direction. It's not all the way there yet, and it's like Rome. Rome wasn't built in a day. So, but we're definitely headed in the right direction. The one thing I would say, they're starting to understand the mindset that they're going to have in order to survive in this program, on and off the field. And, so we're headed in the right direction. And if we can continue to grow and improve and enhance, the thought process and our actions and everything, I really think this program and the culture that I'm trying to build will eventually root down and really grow. So, but we've planted the seed, and right now we're cultivating the ground, and putting fertilizer down. Hopefully it'll start to grow, and grow fast. So, but it's heading in the right direction. I can tell you that.
Well, it certainly helps when you get some wins. 2-0 and a big one against Virginia Union University, 4 o'clock on Saturday. Get on down to Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium right here in Jacksonville. And you can also watch it on ESPN Plus if you're out of town and support the EWU Tigers. Coach Jenkins, good luck Saturday, man.
Go get him, Coach.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Bet. That is Brian Jenkins. He's fun.
That's cool, man.
Fighting with him.
Good for him.
We're off to a great start. Again, he got the job it was a quick turn. It wasn't like he was a coach going into the offseason. There was a departure. He took over. Now, he'd been with the program, and he's had a heck of a run in the past, places like Bethune-Cookman. So, guy knows how to win.
Yeah,
and what I wanted to ask him, but I know he wouldn't have liked this, is like, okay, would you guys be 2-0 if the other coach was still around?
Probably not.
I mean, again, a lot of the same people and pieces in place.
Of course.
So I'm not saying anything.
But everyone
negative.
does things a certain way, man.
Yeah,
everyone does something a little different.
Don't.
Yeah.
Seems like he's done a really good job right off the rip and had a big one against Virginia Union. Always fun to have Coach Jenkins on the show. Really good guy. And we should have had him break down the Canelo.
All right, we can. He's probably busy tomorrow, isn't he? Yeah.
So Canelo's fighting?
Canelo's
you got
fighting.
that coming up later? You want me to hold that or what?
Well, I mean, I'll break it down tomorrow. Yeah, because it's on Saturday on Netflix and everything. But arguably, probably the most popular boxer in the world right now, taking on the most talented boxer. So something's got to give.
All right, we're going to get to that tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. Hey, we still have Let's Go Fishing coming up in a bit. Zac Taylor says this to fans. Caught Hamby's ears. I heard it. It was fine.
Okay.
To me, laying down the law coming up.
Great
with
tease, Brent.
Yeah, no kidding, man. What is that?
You guys don't have to listen at noon.
I haven't heard it, Hamby, so I'm looking forward to it, man.
What do you mean? That is a good tease. Like, it didn't do much for me. It did something for you. Why did it hit your ears?
Brett, the energy breaking that down, let's be honest, it was piss poor. Hamby, I don't have your back a lot on this show. Really ever, if we're being honest. Because you piss me off all the time. But I got your back here, dude. That was a horrible tease.
I saw people, well, thank you. I saw people
You're welcome.
On that, and I'm like, so I went and listened to it. I was just like,
yep, there we go. Good. Yep, so we're going to play some audio in the noon hour that Hamby found.
Can't wait for it.
It's kind of whatever. It's whatever. Just, you guys got something else to do.
I won't oversell it.
If you got something else to do, just chill. It's cool. Yeah.
How many snaps will Travis Hunter play? Over, under, if you had to set the line.
If I had to set the line?
Just on defense.
Oh, just on defense.
No, overall.
Oh, okay.
Well, the snap count has to be overall. So, and then if you want to break down. But last week he played, I saw like 3 different things. Did we end up landing on 50 snaps? Is that what it was?
That he played?
Or that 44 on offense, 6 on defense? Some said 42 on offense, 6 on defense. The television said 39 on offense, 6 on defense. I guess we could easily look it up, but I think it ended up being 50 is what people went on.
That he played in. Okay. So what's the over-under this up-and-coming week for the Cincinnati Bengals? I'm going to set the over-under at 63.5.
I'll say 58.
Really? Just 58? I like yours better.
Sure.
I saw a betting line last night. We get these emails, and it said
63. Give me 60. I haven't seen this, obviously.
They got a bunch of different lines. And at the bottom, which I think is kind of interesting that they include him in the miscellaneous prop bet. Now, I don't think you're going to find this on a place like Hard Rock or something like that. But
No,
this
so.
was, what is this anyway? Let me get the right one. Bet Online. And so they put, will Tyreek Hill be traded during the 2025 season? And Travis Hunter, number of snaps in week 2. Over under 55.5. And I'm like,
gotta be hammered.
Over.
Bet the house.
Over. Absolutely over.
Hey, Steph.
Over. Well, I mean, hey.
We got a place to go if this doesn't work.
Things can happen, but I'm just saying over. Yeah.
I mean,
golly.
55.5?
Only 5 more?
He's playing more than 55.5 snaps
Absolutely.
on Sunday.
Because here's the thing. Like, it's going to be a closer game, you would figure.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's a closer game, he's getting more reps.
They're going to have to
Simple
pass
as
a
that.
lot more in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Now, watch him
just-
come out and blow the doors, in the first quarter by 21, and they're dominating the Cincinnati Bengals. It's like, all right, Travis.
I get there are a lot of different things that can happen.
Yeah. But the way I look at
it's
it,
a normal flow game.
if it's a close game, he'll be in a lot more. I think it's going to be a close game.
I mean, if he gets 45 snaps on offense again, let's just assume that's a similar rate, which you would think. I think he's getting at least 20 on defense this time around.
I don't know if it'd be that high.
Well, you didn't think so. I get it. You thought it would be more like 12 to 15 or something like that.
Yeah.
But, and maybe you're right. We'll find out. I'm just telling you, like, I don't know. I think he's getting closer to 20 snaps on defense this time, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's even more. Now, Austin's Austin's right about this. I get where he's coming from. You've got to, like, graduate a little bit here early in the season, and you're trying to pace this thing out. It's a lot like a running back in many respects. Like, remember a couple of years ago, ETN had a heavy workload early in the season. You're like, okay, this is cool, but I don't know if he can keep doing this. This was when they got off to an 8-3 start, and then they tried to pull back a little bit midway through the season because they were a little concerned he wasn't. They're on their way to the playoffs. They're like, how fresh is he going to be around late December, early January when we need him in the playoffs? They got concerned about that. That really kind of started to screw up the rhythm, I thought, of Travis Etienne. I don't think anybody really said it vocally. I just think it did because they were so, like, he was in a groove. I think it was like 5 weeks in a row or something. Like, he was grooving now in that win streak is probably when it was. And then they pulled back a bit because – and maybe rightfully so. I mean, you can't just hammer the guy into the ground and a running back. I think there's a little bit of that going on here with Travis Hunter early in the season. It's a marathon, not a sprint type of stuff. But what I say is, you drafted him to do this. I mean, you do it at what rate? I mean, is there really a big difference between 55 snaps and 65 snaps? Like, is that a huge difference? We're not talking jumping to 90 snaps. I understand why you're not playing him at 90.
But I just don't understand why you didn't play him more against the Panthers then. If you had I get you're trying to space him out, but hey, you're going to go play 6 snaps. Oh, yeah, now go play 25 against T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Well, I think
the guy hasn't played. The fact of the matter is the guy hasn't played DB against NFL receivers. I mean, he played a couple of snaps in the preseason. Definitely nobody like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. He barely played against the Panthers last week. And you're just going to trot him out there for a bunch of probably most likely crucial snaps in most likely the second half this Sunday against two of the better receivers in the National Football League. Like,
what's your concern then? Is your concern his conditioning?
No.
Because he hasn't, or going against that quality competition?
That quality competition.
Well, that can't be the concern. You drafted him number 2 overall.
It doesn't matter. You still got to get the guy a couple of reps against NFL receivers.
He's going against Brian Thomas Jr. and
I get it. I mean, but I'm not freaking out. I'm just saying, hey, why didn't we get him at a couple one-on-one opportunities against Ted McMillan?
With all due respect, though, I mean, Jarian Jones about has as much experience going against guys like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase as Travis Hunter has. He's playing the nickel last year.
Yeah, but I get both sides here. I do. Well, because Hamby's saying, like, listen, it's important to get your reps in the NFL. There's NFL reps like that you can't get in the preseason, that you can't get in practice.
Yeah.
So I get what he's saying.
I do too. I just don't think you can worry about it. I'm not asking him to replace Tyson Campbell.
I get it.
Yeah.
But hey, let's play 15 snaps against the Panthers, especially if we're winning, just so we
listen. I was the first one to say I can't believe he didn't start the game off at corner, right? Like that could have been an extra 4 or 5 snaps right there. Like I get it. I mean, listen, I think the more it's obvious, the more reps that he gets on defense, the better it's going to be long term this season.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah. I think that the Carolina deal was simply, and nobody would ever say this in front of a microphone, but it's like, we think we're better than them. We're going to beat them. He didn't play. We're going to bring this along slowly. This is a good game to kind of, if you look at the long term, let's just say the total snap count for the year is 1,815. Like, that's the number.
Sure.
Like, this is a good one to lean on this side of it because we know next week or in week 5, we're going to have to lean on it on the heavy side of it.
But, and once again, I'm erring on the side of caution, so I'm not mad at that, and I'm not freaking out, and Hamby's not freaking out either. But I think the point is that, okay, well, you were doing really well against the Carolina Panthers. The defense confidence was up. Why not put him out there for a couple more reps because everyone's feeling good about themselves? Like, there's a difference between covering a Tet McMillan, a Hunter Renfrow, whoever was in there, Xavier Legette, the first game of the season, you know, when really you got the game won, as a difference between covering a T. Higgins and Jamar Chase in Cincinnati with the game possibly on the line. Like, it's hard to mimic those reps. Yeah. So, like, if you play him a little more in Carolina, maybe he gets a couple more reps. Like, I once again, I get both sides here. I err on the side of caution, but I also say, why wouldn't you play him 8-9 more reps just to be like, okay, get your confidence up a little more?
I'll come with you guys on this part as well. Like, this is, and again, I don't say your point is wrong. I just think you can't hide it. I mean, there's no hiding him here. It's whether he played 5 or 6 more snaps or not. You drafted him to go against T. Higgins.
I get it.
You know, I mean, you can't hide Jarian Jones either. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, there's a little bit of a potential mismatch because those guys are good. Welcome to the NFL. Like, that just happens. But I would say this from your point of play. It didn't bother me they didn't play him more. It did bother me they didn't start him right away. I thought they should have done that too. But I think your point is a good one when it comes to there's a lot of communication on the defensive side, right? And I think anybody would say that anyway. I think with all the different looks that they have on defense, the only way to really simulate that is to get the game action. So I would say it from that standpoint, not necessarily going against the NFL wide receiver, more so getting the communication with your guys in a real live game where the speed is that. And not to say he can't handle the speed, but you've got to work on some of that chemistry, and he's got less opportunities to do so anyway, even in practice, because those times are split. Mm-hmm. So the more you can do that and get him, hey, he's going to be out there with guys, and he's not used to being out there with guys on this Sunday. If he has a communication mishap, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's certainly plausible.
Which is why you could have gotten him a little bit more running.
And that I would say from that standpoint, you're right.
Well, I think it's a communication, but it's also a physical standpoint too. If Travis Hunter was a 3 or 4 year veteran in the NFL, we wouldn't have this conversation right now.
Yeah.
This is his first year playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know, like it's going to take some time.
It's like Armstead Mason Smith a little bit in
Yeah.
that respect, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know how he knows how to get ready.
It'll take time. Like, we're not sitting here saying Travis Hunter had the most perfect game one, right? Like Tet McMillan, like he was off that zone coverage.
Yeah.
He gave him way too much of a blanket. Tet McMillan got that first down.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, obviously there's things to improve on.
Just because I'm a little bit concerned about him in this particular week has no, for me, indication of what I think about him long term. As in, I think I could be a little bit concerned of him barely playing against a NFL receiver, then going up against T. Higgins and Chase without thinking, you know, this is why we drafted him in the first round. He's going to be a phenomenal corner, but just because he's going to be a phenomenal corner and was drafted that high doesn't mean he's exempt from getting a little bit picked on against two unbelievable receivers and an unbelievable quarterback in his first ever start, pretty much, on defense.
Yeah, I get it. I just think if he's going to get picked on, Jarian Jones is too, and the idea is, with all due respect to Jarian, they drafted a guy in the top 5 based on his skill set. Jarian's a 3rd-round pick based on his skill set. So I think there's more talent in the Travis Hunter, body, if you will.
Yeah.
And so I like my chances a little better. Like trying to win football games here.
Sure.
So what's pretty wild to me is I look at the, people make a big deal out of the depth chart. I don't think we really did about the or thing. Remember, it was Tank Bigsby or Etienne or Tank Bigsby. It's Ventrell Miller or Devin Lloyd. Mm-hmm. Is what it is to me. Cohen ended up saying, hey, they're all going to play. Guess what? They all did play. I actually think they could put an or down here. Jarian Jones or Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Like they could have another or.
Yeah.
On their depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the way I look at this. I really think right now this is a little bit of a battle. And I think they're rooting for Jarian Jones to make this easier. To say, hey, we can rely on you. We love you there too. So that way we can balance this thing with Travis Hunter the way we want to.
Of course.
But they also might be forced into, oh, no, we've been talking about this all offseason. When will they be forced into, oh, we need him against these guys because he gives us a better chance to win.
Listen, this is the exact same thing that you saw with Travis Etienne. They're going to give him an opportunity to hold down his spot. They're going to give Jarian Jones an opportunity to hold down his spot. Now, week 1, Travis Etienne earned his stripes. You've held down the spot. Tank Bigsby, we'll see you later. Week 1, Jarian Jones, not so much. There's a little that you kind of eke at a little bit, right? There was the penalty. Once again, he gave up a couple passes. So if that's the case, then yeah, you may have to start incorporating Travis Hunter a little more for Jarian Jones, unless Jarian Jones shows against Cincinnati, which is going to be, I feel like, a very tall task to show, don't worry, Travis Hunter, I got T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, or whoever I'm covering.
The meetings on this must be fascinating.
With?
Internally.
Okay, yeah. With, like, you're talking about, like, the coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
I don't think it's easy.
Oh, this is why I said get the pitch count, or the snap count. Because if I'm Campanelli, I'm like, we trying to win on Sunday or what? Then give me Travis Hunter some more.
Basically, it felt like right there, like you were James Gladstone, or you were Liam Cohen. I'm Grant Udinski. No, I'm Campanelli, and you're Grant Udinski, Hamby. Like, that's what I envision in, like, one of their meetings. But wait a minute. Like, you want to run out Jarian or you want to run out Travis against T. Higgins? Yeah, but we're good. And then you're sitting there being like, okay, let me take all the information and see what the best plan is if you're Liam Cohen.
Sure.
So, pretty fascinating to see that side of it. All right, take a break. When we come back, let's go fishing, presented by Nimnick Buick GMC, under Armor Guard exterior as well. Got our helmet of NorthFlorida.com. And don't forget to, speaking of fishing, visit Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, MasonsLobster.com. We'll have our Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls picks tomorrow on Friday, plus the weekend wagers coming up on Friday. We still got another half a show. Jags practice. Back out there yesterday, out there right now on the field. Travis Hunter talks to the media today. Last week's session, 87 seconds long. We'll see if Marcel will keep it going a little bit longer today. Ask some questions. We got the over-under. It's like the national anthem. The over-under now on a Travis Hunter news conference. We'll be back.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242. You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing. Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater, plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Well, we call it Let's Go Fishing, presented by Nimnik Buick GMC and Armor Guard Exterior, Gutter Helmet of NorthFlorida.com. Once again, just a reminder, at Gutter Helmet, we got storm season ahead, so check out their storm protection windows, and you got gutters and awnings and everything else, and 25% off by listening to Action Sports Jacks. Just tell them Brent and Austin sent you that way. 25% off, normally 15% off a lot of the products. You get 25% off. You can see the QR code, by the way, in the corner of our screen when we take the other shot in a moment. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby. Casey will join us in a bit. This is Paul Dozier. Paul, I have multiple questions for you. I'm not getting on you about the Gators. I'm not going to do that. I'll let Hamby do that if he wants to. But I really have
I'll be doing it.
My curiosity is we showed this picture earlier of Mac Jones in a red suit.
This dude.
And it got to like complexion versus clothing conversation. And I've never thought about that in my life.
Brent's never talked about how your skin complexion can.
No, gingers shouldn't wear red suits.
Think? Well, I mean, I don't think he's a ginger. Like, I think it works for him, but
they said it's fine. I'm not hating on anything. I'm just asking in general. Have you ever looked in your closet and said this does not fit with my complexion?
Paul hit him with it.
Nah.
Oh, bummer.
I knew Paul was going to come.
Well, Paul's an outdoorsman. I don't think Paul's like really the business. I mean, do you get dressed up a lot, Paul?
I mean, I'll throw a collared shirt on. I mean, I own a suit. I mean, I don't.
I own a suit.
I own a suit as well.
Funerals and I own a couple of them.
Sound like me, man. Funerals and weddings.
Yeah.
That's it. I appreciate that.
Sports coat, funerals and weddings.
By the way, you delivered for me there. I've never won. Listen, I wear suits for a living, and this maybe not. I'm very stylish, but I've never thought about my complexion versus the color of any
You don't think
clothing.
you look better in some colors than others?
Well, I probably would. Yes.
Okay. That's complexion, man.
But I don't know if I agree. Like, I'll actually have people say once in a while, like, this was more back, like, man, I like the way that suit looks on you.
That's talking about probably your complexion.
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't like it. So I don't wear it.
Hopefully it was a lady.
But so I was like, I don't wear it anymore because it's not my favorite. Like, when I'm wearing clothes, I wear what is comfortable or I think I like. I really don't care what other people think about it.
Yeah, when we do get dressed up, I can't wait to get out of it.
Brent, so do you own like a light pink suit?
No, I do own a light blue suit.
Okay.
That I don't wear a lot, mostly because I'm a little chubbier than I want to be when I wear it. I need to lose like 8 more pounds and then I'd be okay.
So you don't like the way you look in it right now?
More because it's snug.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't really know. It's a little edgy for me. The light blue.
Sure.
I'm not really going crazy with the colors. I tried one time I call it like my Kentucky Derby suit. I wore it in the Chargers game one time. It was like more white with like some blue in it, but it had a lot of white. It was almost like a white suit.
Okay.
That was a little edgy for me too.
Sure, I'm sure you get a lot of compliments on that.
Yeah, maybe you either like it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
A little much. I was actually thinking the dartboard. That's what we should have. Like that should be one of the things. If I lose on the dartboard, I got to wear like some crazy suit.
Oh, I like that. I mean,
or Austin has to wear a suit.
Oh well, hang on.
Yeah.
The way that you've been betting, it'll probably be you again next week. So don't worry about that. I'm not mad at that though. Like a crazy on the air. You would do that on the air?
Yeah. Order like a Jags game where you got 70,000 people looking at it.
I'd like it more on the air because the emails can happen.
As long as I can get it passed, but yeah, that's okay. I can do that.
Can we talk about fashion for the next 10 or 15 minutes?
That's what I'm saying, man.
I mean, we're
That's
doing.
what you're here for.
I didn't have this on on my horizon today.
Brent's been on this whole complexion kick.
You told me you were well-rounded.
I'd like to think so.
How's the betting going?
Oh, we didn't do so good. So
this
is pretty funny, really. A friend of mine and a couple buddies, we go in and get this guy's picks, and this guy's apparently some kind of genius on this stuff. And anyway, we pay money for his picks. Well, of course, I'm too smart. I don't like his picks. So they followed him. They're up $300 or $400, and I'm down $300. And he went 11-1, and I didn't take his pick. So this week he's going to go 2-10.
That's right.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tail his.
Yeah, you're tailing him this week.
So he went 11-1, and I lost. So, but hey, it wasn't a lot. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I didn't have Austin P plus the points or South Florida plus the points.
Could have told you both of those.
Yeah. I did have Louisiana Tech plus the points. These trap games or these middle games, they every time it's just about like.
Well, I should have done it. We had asked I had done the whole.
Did you do the underdog thing? Did you do it?
Did
you do it on the NFL like you said you were going to?
Lost that one though.
Really?
It was like 6-10.
Ah,
but I was Hamby. I think had asked me if I was going to do it again in week 2 of college football, and I'm like, well, no, I feel like week 1 is where it's at. Like that's where you get your surprise. I would have been probably pretty good on week 2.
Yeah, sure.
Did Penn State crush whoever they played? I don't think they covered. It was like 42 points or something. I don't know of anybody who covered. Clemson didn't cover. LSU didn't cover.
Oregon
Florida
sure
didn't
covered.
cover.
Oregon covered.
Oregon.
That's the only bet that I had.
I know who covered. I got one that covered.
I know covered.
Long Island covered.
They did. They won.
Long Island won.
They did.
They beat
Long Island beat Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, there you go.
And Eastern Michigan's
I've
playing.
heard of Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan has like a legit logo.
They're playing. I think Eastern Michigan is playing Kentucky this week, and it's only like 23.5.
Penn State only beat FIU 34-0.
Yeah, see, it would have been a good week to take the underdogs again.
All right. Enough is enough. Yep. Paul, you came in here. Austin gave you some props for showing up. I might give you some props for showing up as well. Mm-hmm. You're not a spokesperson for Florida because I hate it when I have to answer for the team that I follow, the team I'm a fan of. So I'm not going to ask you to answer for the performance that the team put out there last Saturday night. But I am going to ask you.
Coming from the guy who's given State of the Braves addresses like 4 times this season, by the way. But anyways, go ahead, Hamby. Sorry.
I'm trying to be kind to the guy.
I feel you.
Let me have it, dude. I'm ready.
Let me have it. Just give it to me.
It's been quite windy. The northeast wind's been blowing this week, and the tides are extremely high, and the fishing has been slow.
And it stinks in Gainesville.
Yeah, it's been blowing the dump towards Gainesville. It's been a tough week.
It has.
Go ahead, Hamby. What's the question?
The question is, if Napier is still the coach in 4 weeks, are you going to personally contribute to the buyout fund?
No. I contribute.
The betting hasn't been good.
I contribute more money than I should to Florida as it is, and I don't know. I think if he's the coach in 4 weeks, then he's won a couple games, is my opinion.
Oh, really? You think it could move that quick?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it in reality, last year he was gone, right? Similar type thing.
Yep.
And they let him hang around. And, I mean, I think if he loses the next 4, maybe they let him coach homecoming and then fire him before the bye week of Florida, Georgia. I mean, he's going to be underdogs in the next 4, buddy. There's no ifs. I mean, probably 2 double-digit underdogs in all of them.
Yeah, I think the line against LSU has moved down to 7.5. I'm honestly surprised by that. I think it started at 9.5, which was.
I don't think they're a bad team. Still, I just think that the guy just doesn't have the fire. He's a nice guy. He's trying. I know he's trying as hard as he can, and I know he wants it worse than any of us. And it's just sometimes you just say, "What are you doing, dude?" I mean, what are we doing? It's so predictable sometimes, and I hope he goes out there and beats LSU by 3 touchdowns this weekend, but I don't see it happening. I don't want him to go 8-4. Let's either do it or let's not do it. Let's just go ahead. Let's pull the plug. Let's sink.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
So I think if you look at Billy Napier right now and what Florida has, it's murderer's row of who they're playing next, right? And you've definitely reached the point of no return now. Like you can't lose that game against South Florida like you lost them. Now, if you lose the next 3 or 4 games, I think he's done as well because there has to be a standard once again. Paul, we talked about this before the segment here, but there's got to be a standard again at Florida. And I think by keeping that coach on, regardless of what kind of guy he is, what kind of person, character, all this stuff, if you keep him on the entire year, it's almost saying we're going to tolerate it. We're going to lower the standard a little bit, and then we'll fire him at the end of the season. I think you have a chance to get ahead of it and be like, what happened against South Florida? That's not Florida football. And we'll go give him an opportunity to make it right against LSU and company in the SEC. But this has to be the standard.
Well, let's also be clear that South Florida is not losing to Georgia Southern like Muschamp did This is a decent team. I mean, Florida, there's no excuse for losing that game. But if South Florida goes in there and beats Miami this weekend and ends up going 13-0 and they go to the playoff, and Florida played a bad game and lost at home, and the Gators go 9-3 or 8-4, and through this gauntlet, then maybe. But the reality of it, I've been a Napier defender, man, and it's just the same old, man. It just seems like it. It just seems like the same old. And the way it is now, if you let him hang around there and the uncertainty doesn't do anybody any good, you're not doing anybody. If you're not doing him any favors, why make him wait? You've given him 4 years. Like, everybody wanted him fired after year 2.
Yeah.
So you can't fire the guy after 2 years. You got to let him get his players. He's got his players. He's got what he wants. He's got his culture.
It's the most talented roster he's had.
And it is. And oh, by the way, there's one transfer portal window, and if he gets fired, a lot of these guys are going to go to the transfer portal, and you got to be able to get players to give yourself enough roster to have a chance to compete next year, or do you just throw it away? You're going to want to get a coach that's probably successful. Do you want to go get Kiffin or Marcus Freeman or whoever it may be? Well, they're going to probably be in the playoffs. There's 12 teams in the playoffs. So you're going to miss that transfer portal window because they're not going to leave their team in the middle of a playoff run.
That's a 2-year build at minimum.
It's a 2-year build at minimum. You just flush next year, I guess.
Yeah. Paul, but also waste potentially a Lagway year unless he's the one that goes to the portal. But
Paul, give me the % chance you think DJ Lagway could possibly hit the portal.
Well, I think DJ Lagway's injured. Something's wrong with DJ Lagway. I don't know. And DJ Lagway hasn't played a lot of football. He didn't play any spring. He played 5 games last year, but somebody told me that he played. I know he played for a small high school, and they just ran. He was a one-man show. Yeah. He played at maybe even smaller than Bishop Kenny type high school and 2A or whatever. And every play he ran, he just got beat on for 4 years in high school because he was a one-man show, and he's tired. His body's hurt. His body's. And I don't know if he should have had surgery. I mean, we don't know the truth. They can't talk about all that. But he doesn't look healthy. Part of his game was supposed to be it's 3rd and 4, and he steps back there, and it's not there, and he'll just run over a linebacker and go make 6 yards and make a first down. He's not doing that. He's never done that because he's been injured every time. But I think that's at least 50% of his game. He's bigger and stronger than everybody else. He should be able to go make it. I thought he was going to be that guy that he could put the team on his back and, hey, guys, we're up by 1 point with 4 minutes left. Just give me the freaking ball.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to go win the game.
As an outsider, to me, that what came away from that game is that guy's going to win you that game no matter what. You can not like your coach. Your coach can be bad, all the other stuff. That guy's going to win you the football game.
He's the best player on the field.
He's capabilities.
He's the best player on the field. Right? Apparently, he's the best player on the field.
Yeah.
But you skip the ball out there on the RPO on first down, and then, I mean, give the guy a zone read. Give the 6'4", 240-pound quarterback a zone read and put Jaden Ball out there. And if South Florida can stop you 3 times in a row, then they deserve it. But I don't believe they could have if he was healthy. Now, maybe he can't run. Maybe he doesn't have the ability to run somebody over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a testy few weeks in Gainesville and around that Gator base. All right, let's really talk about some fishing. Let's go fishing, presented by Nimnik Buick GMC as well. And Armor Guard Exterior, Gutter Helmet at NorthFlorida.com. You can see the QR code up there. You obviously would tell you all about NimnikBuickGMC.com. Go visit the showroom, Phillips Highway. What do we got on the water right now? It's a great time to fish.
It is a great time to fish, but it's been windy. I don't know if you guys have noticed, been outside. The ocean's closed. It's been blowing 20, 25 knots. It seems like it was nice last weekend. There was some good fishing. There was some sailfish caught offshore, but ever since Monday, it's been terrible. And very little fishing going on. There's a king tide. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Yes.
Extreme high tides with this northeaster creates flood tide conditions where the redfish where redfish don't ever go. They go up and feed on crabs and stuff up in the grass, and you can catch them, and it's cool. It only happens on these extreme high tides, which northeaster and king tide combined. It does that. Once it does calm down, this is going to be really good for the fishing, and I bet it's a whole different ball game. Inshore, the sheep's head and flounder will move in, and fishing's going to improve. The inshore fishing the next couple of months is the best of the year. So I don't have much to report from what's been going on the last week because there's been not much.
Not a lot of fishing, but you said the redfish. I keep seeing people all over the place catching redfish.
Yeah, redfish.
It's a popular catch right now.
Yep, and they're awesome fish. So, as far as the offshore fishing, it looks like it's going to blow for the next 5 or 6 days.
Which is kind of interesting too, because I know it's the tropic season.
Yeah,
but we really don't have any like crazy. Well, it doesn't feel like they're coming our way, at least.
It doesn't appear,
right?
but I'll tell you, Monday, Tuesday, if you didn't know any better, you would have thought there was a storm offshore. It's blowing 25, 30 bands of rain coming in. It felt like a tropical system. It was not good, but it's a great time of year to go fishing. If it does calm down offshore, the bottom fishing will be great. That's one thing. You get all this weather and nobody goes out there for 10 days, it kind of lets the ocean reset itself. There's been no pressure. So when it does calm down, it should be good.
Yeah, and the weather cools off a little bit. I don't see 90s in the forecast, so that's a nice thing.
Knock on wood. It was I can report it was 90s in Gainesville Saturday, and I can also report it was 90s at the stadium in Jacksonville.
It was hot Sunday.
On Sunday.
Sunday was the hottest day actually in like the last few weeks from a temperature standpoint. By the way, in Cincinnati, I saw the forecast going to be 91 on Sunday afternoon in Cincinnati. That'll be a different kind of 91 than we're used to, but still, that's pretty hot. For mid-September in Cincinnati, so Jags will be used to that.
I think that's an advantage for the Jags.
Probably should be an advantage for the Jags. Let's go fishing with Captain Roger Bump. He agrees with you. The inshore fishing this time of year, very good. He also is giving us a few tips.
Captain Roger Bump here with your Action Sports inshore fishing tip of the week. And we're going to talk about 3 knots that I use most of the time in my fishing. About 80% of the time, I use a trilene cinch knot, improved cinch knot. Another knot I use is a loop knot. And about 100% of the time for connecting leaders, a double uni knot. Whether I'm tying mono to mono, fluoro to mono, or braid to mono, or braid to fluoro, I use that double uni knot. The only difference between those knots, if you're tying from braid to mono, is if you're using braid, double the wraps. You can find those knots on all over the place. You can find them in the box of trilene to tie those knots. But the reason why we're talking about the 3 knots that I use is how this can help you is those knots I've stuck with since that trilene improved cinch knot since the 70s. Probably the first knot I ever learned how to tie catching bass in the Cedar Creek, Cedar River area, Ortega. And I'm just very confident. I don't get a lot of break-offs. It just works tied and true. I can tie it quickly. And when you're fishing, inshore fishing, you're going to have to retie over and over again. Whether you hit a rock, you got abrasion on a dock, or just fishing. These fish have teeth. You're going to run into a jack crevalle, a shark, or a ladyfish, something with abrasion on it. Even a snook will cut a line and feel abrasion. You're going to have to retie. So my best advice to everyone in my fishing tip of the week is find a knot, whatever you're using, and keep using it. If it works, then it doesn't need fixing. But if you are getting break-offs, then it's time to find another knot. Learn it over again, retie it over again, where you can't even think about it. And that's going to make your fishing day a whole lot more better. This is Captain Roger Bump with your Action Sports Fishing Tip of the Week. I hope these tips bid you well. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, you just gave us a life tip. If it works, it doesn't need fixing.
Good point, man.
I
had no idea with the knots. That's crazy.
Well, there's a lot of knots, but another thing is if you got a kid who likes to fish, and it's blowing outside, give them a spool of lines, fairly inexpensive, a couple swivels or whatever, and tie the knots and pull on them until they break, and show them what works and what doesn't. It's a learning curve. It really is. You teach them young.
Do you see like experienced guys, like all different people you've been around? Like some are like really good at it.
Yes.
Like really, like there's a level.
It's like anything else. Some people have it and some people don't,
Like I don't think I'd be a good knot tire.
I don't think I'd be much of an MMA fighter.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking like, obviously practice makes perfect, right? But like such a small line, trying to maneuver it, like that's not the easiest thing out in the water.
Especially when you get old like us.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't
so
remember.
Yeah, so it's not like you can just go there and boom, 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 you're done, right?
Yeah,
Well,
well,
I think
maybe when I was
Time putting one of
25.
Sarah's bracelets back on.
There you go.
Yeah, see, that's why I used to do Kaylee's hair pigtails
Okay.
instead of braids. I couldn't do the braid,
Oh,
but I could
braids
do
are
the pigtail, man. Pigtail only lasted like 5 hours. She'd come home anyway, and it'd be all like. Hardest part about being a
Thanks,
dad.
Dad. Yeah. The pigtails?
Or
the hair?
The kid's hair.
Oh.
If you have a girl?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I think
Hardest part about being a dad.
Yeah, she won't let my daughter won't let me touch her hair.
Because Steph was already at school at that time, so I had to do it. And it was like, it would be like the butt of the jokes when I come home.
Yeah.
So like I said, I wouldn't be good at tying fishing knots probably either.
Maybe not.
I guess practice
Even though I can
more.
tie a knot, but I'm not very good at braiding hair either. So.
All right, Paul Dozier. Let's go fishing, presented by Nimick Buick GMC and Armor Guard Exterior. And good to have you in, man.
Yeah,
If for
Hamby.
nothing else, it's Gator therapy.
It's okay, man. You know, it used to bother me a lot worse than it does now. We're going to have a good – we went Sunday, and my friend who's an LSU fan now, he sends me a text about, Lagway looks like he's hurt. I said, I'm a Jags fan today, buddy. I don't care. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It is kind of nice for you guys. You can pick and choose when you want to.
Yeah, we'll go to all of them, buddy.
You can fake it. You just got to fake it.
Yeah, I try not to let on as much as he owes me.
But it's been a tough week.
Just drink more. Lauren doesn't agree with that, by the way.
Bet more, drink more. That is not advice from the show. Okay?
Bet less.
Take that off.
Drink. Yeah.
Have a good one, man. Good to see you.
Yep.
Noon hour just around the corner. We'll be right back. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater, plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet. Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location, right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table. Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
All right, welcome back here to the Brent and Austin Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Brent Martineau along with Austen Lane and Jason Hamby. Casey Kurtz around the corner, as well as we get into our Republic Services recycled headlines of the day. RecyclingSimplified.com. Make sure you become a better recycler at home and in your workplace, wherever you do business. RecyclingSimplified.com. Jacksonville Jaguars coordinators talking today, and overall, I mean, what would you expect? They're pretty pleased with everything that went down, and they also know there's a lot more. And I do think that's the fun part of this game for the Jags. They got the win, and yet you know there are things out there. One, you played an inferior opponent, an opponent that either has to get a lot better or is not going to win a lot of football games. I mean, Carolina was, by NFL standards, Carolina was pretty bad. We've seen the Jags play bad as an organization before. Carolina on a lot of different levels. Like if you were breaking down that game, they were pretty bad. So this is a huge step up in class for the Jags coming up on Sunday, and I think everybody knows that. I thought they handled it pretty well Sunday night into Monday and everyone else. I don't think even us in the area, now someone would say because I tweeted what I tweeted about Liam Cohen, that I've gone overboard, but I just think everybody kind of knows what it is. It was a win against Carolina, and now the meat of the schedule over the next 4 weeks, we're going to find out a little bit more about this football team. So they know it. Obviously, Tank Bigsby traded. That was the talk yesterday in the locker room. Kind of interesting that it's always interesting to ask people about a guy who got traded because they know it's the business. But there is also like, oh, well, what does this mean to this locker room? Like, are they so stunned by it that could upset the locker room? I really don't get that sense, Austin. This isn't a knock on Bigsby or anything else. I just kind of wonder if even the locker room sensed he was a little bit unhappy with his role and kind of how he foresee it playing out this year, which was pretty much writing on the wall, that it wasn't stunning to them to be like, okay, Tank's now on another team.
Yeah, I mean, there could have been conversations, obviously, in terms of Tank not being happy. I think if any player is unhappy with even a lesser circumstance like that gets talked about in the locker room for sure. But, like, will this team be affected? I mean, you won against Carolina and you dominated the running back game against Carolina. So there's not much to be really analytical or, like, judging about just because you guys won.
Well, yeah, that's true. I don't think they're going to miss him.
No, I mean, like they'll miss him from like a friend. Like,
That's what phones are for.
Oh, of course. Well, yeah, but like ouch. But yeah, I mean, anytime like a teammate or like someone you're close with gets cut like that can be hard. But I don't think it's gonna like there's not going to be a drop ball on Sunday because Tank Bigsby got cut or got traded. Like there's not going to be like a missed assignment on Sunday because Tank Bigsby got traded.
It will be interesting, again, because they made this move so early, if they will miss him at some point. Like you said, ETN banged up a little bit or just like need a little bit more downhill or whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
That could be the case. So I just while we're on ETN, Hamby, if you've got Foye Oluokun, he was the AFC Defensive Player of
I've
the
got
week.
ETN.
You have ETN himself. And you have Foye? Oh, you don't have Foye? Okay. Well, let's hear from ETN because he's kind of the main figure in all this, coming off 143 yards and also, a guy that's been in the room with him has obviously been traded away. Here's Travis Etienne yesterday.
How strange was the news when you got it and heard about the Tank trade?
It was just very strange. I feel like it just reminded me of my second year when James got traded. Just the nature of the NFL, just the business for real. I feel like easily could have been any one of us, and it just happened, So I mean, we have to just keep going. We're in the thick of the season, and wish the best for him. Know he's going to do great things. He's behind a great O-line now, in a great situation. So great, just thankful for him and knowing that he's happy in his situation.
You guys build a bond, obviously, coming out of camp, all those things. I mean, does it kind of stun you a little bit at first when you're just settling into the early part of the season?
I mean, yeah, but I feel like just being my fifth year in the NFL, I don't know if anything stuns you no more, You just kind of expect the unexpected at this point, and you kind of just got to roll with it. I mean, it's not on me I'm not the GM. I can't make those moves, and I just got to roll with it. At the end of the day, the GM don't care how I feel about the situation, so I just got to continue to put myself in a position and just be the best of it I can be for myself.
What do you see from these young guys and have seen that they're ready to take on a bigger role now behind you?
Just their willingness to be coachable. I feel like they're very coachable. They're sponges. They're soaking in information each and every day, and they got the willingness and want to get better each and every day. And I feel like as long as you have that growth mindset that coach been preaching, you're going to be able to do great things in this league.
Was your game the other day, whether you meant it to be or not, a statement game for you?
I mean, I wouldn't say statement games. I've been playing football for a very long time. Just there's a statement from my O-line. I feel like I can't do any of that without them. And I feel like a running back is a reflection of his O-line, and they had great hosts for me to run through, so I just give all the credit to them and really appreciate them. And I got to continue just being disciplined, trusting those guys, and great things will happen.
Well, I'm sure you heard the rumors about potentially being traded in the offseason earlier. Did that bother you, and what did you make of it?
I mean, I feel like for me, I just focused on being the best version of myself because I know who I am when I'm healthy, and I know that anyone in this league could use a player like me. So whether I was here, whether I was somewhere else, you're just going to get the best version of me, and it really didn't matter where I was. And I just approached it with that mindset, and I was ready for my opportunities whenever they came.
When the coach is talking all offseason about the running game, and then you see it pop away in the first game, does that just give you confidence in what he's preaching, what he's kind of showing you guys?
I mean, yeah and no. I feel like, y'all all know how it is in the NFL. It's a week-to-week basis. Whenever the game kick off, no one cared what happened last week. So we can't build the false insecurity just off of what happened last week. We got to come in each and every day, work hard, and put great things. Just put one foot in front of another. So whenever we get out there, we put the work in. So we're able to go out there and repeat it again. Anybody could do it once.
Have you had to learn how to be even keel like this? Takes the ebbs and flows of this league. I mean, do you think you'd handle all this stuff now just as well 4 years ago, or is it something that you've learned?
No, I feel like kind of like this throughout my whole career. I feel like last year really humbled me a lot, just coming off of back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, and just understanding that it's the NFL. Like I just kind of just know going into that year is going to be a great year because all my years have been great to that point. And I feel like that just kind of humbled me, and just knowing that it's week to week, each and every week, and knowing that nothing is promised. NFL stands not for long, so I have to come in here and just make the most of my opportunities, and just having guys behind you who are hungry, competition that pushes you. So just grateful to just to be here, thankful for the opportunities that I get, and I just got to keep making the most of it.
All right. Well, by the way, that was Ventrell Miller and someone. I couldn't remember who
Holy
else,
cow.
but Ventrell Miller in the background. I think they were like shadow boxing.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what all that noise was.
Little chaos. It's a locker room, man. That's what happens.
Ventrell might be the loudest guy on the team.
Ventrell?
Anyway, yeah, I think he's got a lot of that energy in him, which is okay.
Shows on the field, too.
You can see it on the field as well. So I think that's what, if you're wondering what all that was in the background. Meanwhile, ETN, I thought it was good on a couple of different topics as you welcome our latest guest to the show.
Go and put a screen up. Casey, I want you to do the Chris Collinsworth sliding. If I'm going to read this, I need the Chris Collinsworth sliding. Is it square up? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, gracing the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network with his presence, the James Gladstone of Jacksonville Sports Media, Mr. 100K by Wednesday, my partner, Case Kurtz.
My partner?
Well, hey there. Hey there, partner.
Hey, what up, dog? Sliding, bro. I was worried about this cord. And now my coffee's all the way over there.
Talk to us about how much you like Patrick Mahomes, Chris.
Like him. Fantasy quarterback. Guy's on fire.
Oh, when this guy drops back and runs.
Don't slide and get down because I don't have another quarterback on my team. So.
Oh, do you get Patrick Mahomes too? Yeah. Oh, welcome, man. Welcome. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
A couple of things on that ETN interview of note. He said he got humbled after those 2 1,000-yard seasons. Last year wasn't as easy for him. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And he's been through a lot of different stuff. I forgot about the James Robinson one, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's had 2 guys traded away now when he's been in the room.
Oh, yeah.
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 And he's really...
Both similar players, too.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, you're right in terms of...
Style.
I mean, Bigsby's faster and all that, but style-wise, no doubt. So he's held off some competition. He's done... Again, the fan base versus his reality has been, I think, a little off at times. But I don't think they dislike ETN either. I think they just want to see this ETN more. And one other note, and you're not going to hear it, but Foye Oluokun, I thought was pretty good. He said, because I had asked him about ETN, he said he spent a lot of time with ETN in the offseason and just talking to him about, just being a pro stuff. They always say that about your body and everything. But he also was looking at other running backs around the league. And Foye didn't bring up specific running backs, but it was like ETN was watching those guys saying, hey, I can do that. I can be like, I can do this move. I can, make that play. And I thought it was interesting Foye brought that up. It sounds like they were pretty close at times in this offseason. Foye also said that the offensive line he noticed back in the spring were blocking different. And I wanted to ask you about that because I've been stuck on that physical side of it. Like, why would that be? Like, what would you notice?
I think it's just scheme, like
just that part?
Well, I mean, I think so. Like, if you come in the spring with the new coaching staff, like, can you really relearn how to block better in that short amount of time? Like, I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah.
So I just think more in terms of maybe an excitement for a new scheme, a new offense and everything, and then that obviously translated and correlated to the offensive line.
Yeah, I'm just...
Is that a weird thing for a linebacker to notice and not a defensive lineman? Or is that just because he sees it differently?
I mean, I think as a linebacker, you see the whole picture, right? Especially if you're watching film and everything. I'm sure you probably noticed it. Yeah. Because, linebackers have to watch offensive linemen.
Sure.
Simply just see, what holes you have to, fill in and everything and see tendencies. So.
Yeah, and in a different view, you kind of get a little bit of a
broader picture.
Broader picture of it, so that is good. Yeah, I think I thought about this the other day, like him punching the ball out, Foye, making a play. Some of the guys that I'm interested early in the season to watch some of the guys that we know we've seen their game. Foye around here, Josh, even in Armstead last year versus this year, Devon Hamilton, Trayvon on the defensive side. That's with Campanile. But then some of these guys like a Walker Little or, you name it, maybe ETN is a good example here of just there was so much negativity toward the coaching staff by the end of last year that – okay, are we seeing players that we know either have played well or we think we know their game, elevating their game? And how much of that is schematic? How much of that is coaching? How much of that is messaging, motivation, whatever? And we'll need a bigger sample size to see it.
Sure.
But, right off the rip, Foye Oluokun playing like an all-pro in week 1. 10 tackles and 2 turnovers.
I would just say I think so far what we've seen, once again, it's a very small sample size, but it's accountability. I think last year when things went wrong, we didn't really know why they went wrong. when things went wrong week 1 against Pittsburgh, there was explanations. There was things that you had to do better, and they addressed it with a walkthrough and then a hardcore scrimmage before a game on Saturday against the Saints. So from what I can gather, once again, small sample size, but there's more accountability on this team in terms of when things aren't going right, how do you fix them? And when they are going right, you become celebrated or praised.
Also, I think those are guys that you once considered blue chippers. So, like, I don't know that it's super, I guess, surprising that they, again, 1 week played to that high level. It might just be like we were actually right on these guys. They just weren't being unlocked to their full potential for whatever reason with, Doug and that.
By the way, I thought about it that way, and I think that's what you're hoping for.
Sure. I mean, you got to see more, but yeah.
That's the hope, is that you think you have these guys that can really play. So can you elevate them?
And, it's obviously it's tough at running back, but, like, you do got to go back. Like, Travis Etienne, although he has ran the football a lot in his life, like, he was going to be a first-rounder coming out of Clemson, whether it was Jacksonville or not. Like, this is a guy that everybody saw was talented.
Yeah, talented. Yeah,
and you've seen it. You just got to get more of it. Now, the question there with running back is, like, how much is there in there still?
Yeah.
And I guess they're going to find out. But so far, it looks like there's a lot.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see if he can keep this up, early in the season. Keep it up over 17 games. But at least early in the season, can they continue to do this? Because he has got on some heaters in his career. Like, he had that 5-game stretch, I think, in 22 where he was the best running back in the NFL. It was a full 5-game stretch where he had more yards than anybody else in the NFL. I spoke earlier about the first half of 23 where I thought he had a really good stretch. So when he gets hot, it's you can get hot.
Bro's going to be fantasy darling. No one was picking this guy.
Nobody was, right?
Nah, I did.
And I don't blame him. I mean, why would you pick a Jags running back? You had no idea how many touches they'd get.
Maybe just tooting to kind of stash him away for later. But
I picked all 3 of them because I panicked.
Oh, did you really?
I was struggling. Yeah.
Was the auto draft button on or what?
No, bro. My people kept getting picked, bro. And I was like, I guess I'm going to pick ETN. As soon as I did it, I was like, damn it.
Are the 2 most picked up guys this week now? I got to believe Quentin Johnson. Was he already picked up by most?
No.
Oh, he wasn't. So him.
Chargers guy?
Yeah.
He was not drafted, no.
Most,
not in my league.
In like a 12-teamer. Well.
No.
Yeah, probably picked up.
Casey.
Yeah,
Nah.
Probably picked up.
So him and ETN, do you think most picked up guys?
ETN was
already drafted, yeah.
He was already on.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you could make the argument maybe in some 8-teamers he wasn't.
Okay, sure.
But like
in
10 and 12-teamers, yeah.
I think the most picked up guys this week, I mean, maybe you put Quentin Johnson, but I don't even think I don't know if people are buying that hype yet.
Nobody believes in him.
Yeah, I think that tight end from Cleveland that did like everything for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, David Njoku fantasy owner. Don't like that at all.
I'm just speaking the truth here.
Cleveland
I
stinks.
think he got picked up too as well. Because he's going to be like their Taysom Hill, it looks like.
Oh, don't say that.
What do you want me to do? The guy's doing jet sweeps.
Where is Taysom Hill? Does he still play? Is he on the Saints?
It's a great question.
Brent, you were there.
I think he's on the IR for the Saints, but that's a guess.
That's a good question, actually. Yeah,
Where is the homie?
He was not in the mix at all at quarterback. Like, wasn't even in the
No.
So, yeah, maybe he is an IR guy.
Let me see.
Yeah, he tore his ACL, his left knee, week 13 last year, so he's coming back from that.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out where I drafted ETN because I have all of them now, and I get to drop Tank, so that's cool. Sorry, Tank.
Can you get? I don't do fantasy, so
I drafted him 92nd.
What's the most common league? 92nd. What's the most common league? 8, 10,
12.
12.
10 or 12.
10 or 12.
10 or 12.
Okay, so, yeah, most people don't want to do an 8-team.
No, 8, like your free agents.
Find some more
like,
friends. It's too easy.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have free
Everybody's
agents
stacked.
that are like
Okay,
really good players.
so my point here is then if you do 12,
12's
there really
tough.
aren't a lot of.
There's more skill involved.
But there are not a lot of waiver wire pickups as the season goes along.
Only
Because
injury
you
related.
All the guys are already on teams.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's always waiver wire pickups.
Would you bet on somebody's?
Waiver wire?
Yes. No, Brenton Strange in the 12 team was probably going to be drafted in like the last round.
So like Quentin Johnston was a waiver pickup in my 12-teamer this
He
week.
was?
Yeah, somebody claimed him. Soggy Waffles.
Nice.
Some of these names I can't say. So.
I mean, I understand like if there are some rookies, but that will at some point last year, right? Puka Nacua got picked up. He probably wasn't.
Not if you were an intellectual.
He was drafted
by me.
Puka Nacua last year?
2 years ago, you're second.
I'm sorry, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Brenton Strange is a free agent in my 12-teamer.
And Brenton Strange, I think, is a free agent in my 12-teamer as well.
But the tight ends are like decent. Like Brenton Strange is the top. Like Kate Otton's available. Dalton Schultz is available.
So with tight ends, so set the scene real quick. Tight ends, you only usually have one on a roster.
One usually.
Unless you have like a Kittle or a if you have like a legit one, then you need two. But
Most
Usually-
people only have one. I have two.
Yeah, so you got
but-
12 tight ends. You're maybe not going to take Stretch. Yeah, I get it.
So I have two tight ends, but I have Goddard and Kincaid. Either are like God's gift to tight end, but they're both pretty decent.
And I have Kittle.
Oh, so you need one.
Oh, I have Pitts, obviously.
My fault. I forgot. How can I forget?
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm like, man, Brenton Strange against Cincinnati. I like that matchup a lot, but I can't turn my back on Kyle now.
You should.
Who's the best two-way?
Should lock the door.
Who's the best two-way tight end?
George Kittle.
Okay, I mean, like who else?
I mean, I don't know. I think the first couple years, Sam Laporta was pretty good.
Sam Laporta be blocking.
Pretty good blocking.
Yeah, he'd be blocking. I mean, he was known for blocking more. That's why I like Noah Fant better, actually, when he came out of college.
It's just so rare.
That was Hawkinson.
You just don't have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Hawkinson.
Yeah.
They don't throw it to Hawkinson anymore.
Oh, it's
But he's
been
good
1
blocker.
week.
They didn't throw it to him. Like when he came back last year, he wasn't great.
He's a new quarterback.
Yeah, you'd think. I mean, especially with
Rookie quarterback, I think he'd have 18 targets.
Yeah, and with Jordan Addison out, you think you'd get that over in the 40 yards for the over in the game, but nope, not even close.
He's gonna hit it this week.
I don't know if that was who had the over in that. Couldn't have been me.
On Hawkinson or the score?
Hawkinson.
How'd you do that?
I had two of them. Because you know me, man. I don't go parlays. I just go one bet. I had Caleb Williams over rushing. That caught in the first quarter.
Was easy.
Yeah, he was moving.
Got any more brain busters than Hawkinson didn't hit for me.
Oh, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, cancel it out.
Neither did Kelsey.
No, Kelsey didn't hit me.
Also,
either.
real quick,
That's all right, though. I had the other three that I bet on, so I made some money.
Why did the Bears draft a tight end? I forgot they had Cole Kmet. He blocks too, by the way. They drafted that guy in the first round, did they not?
Yeah, Colson Loveland. It was 10th overall.
Oh, yeah.
Why did they pick that guy?
Well, I think it was more of like the Laporta effect that they had in Detroit. They had Hawkinson at the time. They bring in Laporta, and Goff got elevated because of it. I think they're trying to help out Caleb Williams. That's my guess.
Well,
Goofy.
Johnson makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Goofy.
Yes.
10th overall is saying a big and
For a tight end you have that you like, apparently.
That isn't Travis Kelce or anybody even close yet.
Well, he jumped Tyler Warren too.
Yeah, Tyler Warren's balling out.
Tyler Warren's doing good.
Yes, sir. I took him.
Tyler Warren might be a problem. I don't like to say that.
He's big. I don't know if he's blocking, though.
That was an interesting deal, like in the draft process that Loveland jumped.
Yeah, I didn't even know, bro.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't.
Bears are like, we got this. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's always a little.
Maybe you
sketchy.
shouldn't have.
That's
Just
always
saying.
sketchy. Hey, you guys are big Joe Burrow fans. You think Burrow bounces back? Like this feels like it could be 400-yard day for Burrow, and that's not to say that could be against anybody, right? It's not just the Jags are playing him. You're 113 yards, like 113 yards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're going to try to get him going.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he's the competitor he is. I don't know. I'd be a little concerned about Joe on Sunday.
Yes. Bad week to go into the jungle, Brent. I hate to say it, but
Hopefully, if they try to get him going, all the fans won't be there in the first couple minutes.
Yeah, can we get I haven't heard this yet.
Here's Zac Taylor talking about the fans because Amby really wants this.
Well, once again, what a segue, Brent. What a setup for him, Amby. All right.
Here's exactly what I'm looking for. I know how loud we're going to be, and so let's do it early. Let's show them right out the gate. I think when Sam Hubbard is up there as the ruler of the jungle, every seat is packed. And I'd love to look up I'm just asking for one game, a 10-minute sacrifice from the parking lot. And so that might just mean getting up 10 minutes earlier and getting to the stadium 10 minutes earlier than you normally would. And so do whatever you want in those extra 10, and then that extra 10 getting in the stadium. And so when Sam's the ruler, I'm kind of looking up at that escalator that's to my right, and it's blank, and maybe people just appease me and stand at the bottom so I can't see as he's up there. But I would love to hear that. Just week one, the rest of them you can tailgate a little extra longer. But I think for this first one to be awesome, just to send the message to the team, we got to do our best to start 2-0. And for all the great things that we want to do this year, it starts with playing great at home, and that's a collective effort from our players, our coaches, our fan base. And so I'm excited to set off 2025 the right way at home. And orange, we're oranged out, and the jerseys look great, and our guys will be fired up.
First of all, should have opened the show with this. Second of all, Jaguars by 14. Enough said. Like, this isn't college.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is not college. Don't tell me what time to get to a stadium. You're not Nick Saban saying, oh, everybody left early. What happened to the Alabama atmosphere? This is professionals. These are grown-ass men. I don't need you to hold me by the hand and say, get here at a certain time. Don't give me a curfew. Zac Taylor, shame on you.
Yeah, I still think the Bengals win, but I think it's a bit goofy. Personally, you're not. I guess first thing I thought, you're not coaching the University of Cincinnati. You're coaching the Bengals.
I think it's goofy for a head coach to be like,
It's a
"Hey,
little
make
goofy.
sure you guys get there 10 minutes."
I think.
Worry about your offense.
I think this is more just because the way he went into it. I think this is more about supporting Sam Hubbard, right? Like that's kind of what he made it seem like. Like this is a guy that was on our team that just retired, apparently. It felt like it was more of that, but.
Abby, what
Goofy.
what hit you here?
Goofy.
Yeah, this is within 10 seconds, I was like, did he just go down a notch to the college ranks?
Yeah.
Because that never happens. I don't think I've ever heard anything like that from an NFL head coach. This is a college thing where you ask your fan base come out on time
And wear what color you want him to wear.
Yeah, and for a noon kick, I mean, you got an extra hour at 1. You don't get to do this for a 1 o'clock kick. Also, second thing I realized is that he has pretty much the exact same hair as you, Brent.
I didn't even notice that.
So, if you want to take another look, I mean,
please.
He's a little flatter.
Here's exactly what
but
there is a similar flow.
He's you just a bit.
Did Press have that too?
Dog, that's you. He just has more of it.
Dang, Brent, that's comparable.
You could be Zac Taylor.
Brent, you could be Zac Taylor.
Outside of like the smartness stuff. Oh. But like you could definitely be Zac Taylor.
Yeah. Zach, by the way, and listen, the coaching world is stressful.
Yeah.
Put a couple LBs on the last couple years.
I mean,
yeah.
So have I, though. If your hair's the same way, I have too.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
I'm dropping weight. Don't worry about me.
One more thing on the soundbite.
What are you down to? 220.
Oh yeah, I'm
getting
right
close?
around 220 something. Oh, dude, I'm below where I need to be.
Just for fun, or you got something cooking?
Yeah, I mean, I still have my knee cooking.
It started
right
with
now.
the sweating out.
Sure.
Yeah, it started with that.
And you really just got onto something after that.
I'm taking it to the limit. I'm going for the Oscar, actually. Casey.
I like that.
Right.
I appreciate
That
that.
is pretty good.
What jerseys are they wearing?
Because all orange.
So like, I feel like to comment on your regular jerseys and be like they look good is a bold decision. Like
this is such a college coach thing.
When he started
this
talking
whole-
about the jerseys, I was like, dude, they're wearing the whites. Like the Jags are screwed. Like the white helmets and the white jerseys. Jags have no shot. Bengals by 68.
Did you mind Cohen getting everybody jacked up as many times as he did on Sunday? Did you notice that?
on the sideline?
Yeah. He was trying
That's
to get
fine.
the crowd into it.
Yeah, because you know
Like,
what?
you don't see coaches do that a lot.
Yeah, but you're on the sidelines. You're in the game. You're not trying to put up a pep rally.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've seen
all-
like Harbaugh's do it as well. He's not the only coach to do it on the sideline. I just wondered.
All Zac Taylor had to say was, "Hey, let's go ahead and follow the pep band into the stadium, guys, at this certain time," and it would have been full college. It's just it's weird. It's weird to hear a coach speak like
also
that.
on the Zac Taylor experience, looking like Brent Martineau. His first year he took over, he went to the pro day in Gainesville. It was the Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts year. So there's a lot of coaches there.
Yep.
And like he comes out the thing, and we didn't really know, but he was wearing like Bengals stuff. My buddy's like, "Is that the coach of the Bengals?" I was like, "That could be anybody. Like that could be a scout." You know what I mean? It was him, but like the dude looks like any other human being. Like he could be you. If you guys are on the plane together, people may ask you to sign some stuff, right? And then when you pull the Sharpie out, he'll be like, "Oh, this is definitely the coach."
That's cool.
That's all right. I'll bring my orange Sharpie. Got a black one.
Oh, dear God, please
just in
don't do
case you
that.
need it. The one other thing on the fan stuff, I want to get to the point in Jacksonville where you can kind of call out the fans a little bit and get away with it. I want that to be the thing, like Josh Allen did. Like, hey, have a little more faith next time. You know, like if any Jags player says that right now, they'd be like all over that player. But obviously, Josh Allen's built up the equity. The fan base is usually there at the end of the place is packed, all that stuff. So it's just that's someday where I want to get to, where you could mention something about the fans. Hey, like I wish you were like any of them, from Liam to quarterback to player.
Yeah.
And you can actually get away with it.
Sure.
That's when you know things are good.
Yeah. That's when things are changing.
I actually will be interested for the report. Like, can you let us know what's going on in there at like
right around
12:50? Yeah. Can you like give us a look at the fans and see if they're in there? Or
No,
what?
forget that. Stand in the parking lot and watch Joe Burrow in his Batmobile. See what kind of car Joe Burrow has, please, Brent.
Oh, that's actually.
Can you imagine if he pulls on that Batmobile? I mean, Casey, listen,
Dude, if he pulls up the Batmobile, the Jags are not winning.
I think. Listen, Zac Taylor hasn't ever won in the second game of his coaching career every single season. Right? He's 0-6 right now. And like Jaguars have a lot of momentum. Bengals look pretty stagnant on offense. But if that Batmobile shows up, oof.
You got to have pictures, Brent. It's a Batmobile,
Brent,
dog.
It's a Batmobile, man.
It's not like it's a Ferrari. It's
Brent,
a Batmobile.
Brent, you're interviewing Liam Cohen's dad before the game. How about we get a Batmobile?
Batmobile interview. Yeah.
With all the respect to Mr. Cohen, like, that was a great interview. But, like, you just throw a Batmobile on there? Woo!
I'll look into it.
Bro, Batman was in it.
Yeah.
Christian Bale in the suit, in the car.
How much would he spent, like, what, $10 million or something?
Which feels like a deal. Can we go back to that?
I know.
I don't think it was $10 million. Was it that?
It was not that expensive.
I don't think it was that
in the
expensive.
grand scheme of multimillionaire.
I think it was like 3.
Like, it feels like everybody, I don't know how you don't buy multiple. I'm being dead serious. Like, if I had it, I'd buy them all.
I thought I saw something where he says he doesn't really take it out much, right?
$3 million. Well, it's not street legal.
It's not
I'm
street
sure.
legal.
$3 million only.
Dude, that's a steal.
I can't believe I remembered that.
That's actually a good pull.
call.
I think you're a lot more
Bugattis
interested in Joe
are-
Burrow than you think you are.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, Bugattis are going for at least that.
Why didn't Christian? I wonder if Christian Bale bought one. Don't you kind of think?
They probably gave it to him, honestly.
Part of the deal. So if I was in a thing like that, I'd be like, yeah, it's part of the deal.
Yeah.
How much does Burrow? Huh?
How many do they have?
I don't know.
There's a couple. I mean,
Well,
they gotta
I
have
think
a couple.
I think the number that they sold was like 6 or 8, something like that.
Okay.
But like Burrow makes what, 55 a year?
Something like that, and then you put endorsements and everything.
So he could have bought all of them relatively easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have.
He'd
I got
still
the
have
whole
money
thing.
left over to pay
Yeah.
rent. Is
That's
what I'm hearing.
interesting.
Like it's a deal.
That'd be something wild to like own the whole collection of.
Yes.
There's 6 of them.
Because there's like different ones,
Yeah.
right? They sold the ones that Bane was in after he painted them, bro.
Yeah,
It's-
fair. All right, laying down the law. When we come back, I don't know if Batman's involved or not. We never
I'm working
know
on
what's
it. Let me figure this
involved.
out.
We'll be back. Brent Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Looking for some place to go eat today? Lunch or a dinner? How about Bono's Pit Barbecue? It ain't a pit. It ain't legit. Check them out at bonosbarbecue.com. Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants.
We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter.
Right now, you can get a free Kinetico reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Kinetico Premier softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Kinetico water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Kinetico dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
All rise.
Here we go. I like this. I don't know which intro I don't like more. For Casey.
Are you do the Chris Collinsworth slide in again to be a judge?
I do like this intro the best,
partner.
I think.
Hey.
I like this intro the best because Austin hits his head on the light every time.
Every time. Every time. Yep.
We did not make that Austin proof.
Every time. It's okay, man. I've taken some hits in my head.
We have
I'll take
another
some
light
more.
like over here, which is really hard to hit your head on. And Austin, I don't think he's going to hit his head every
What is it?
time he
What
walks
is
by.
it? Is that a challenge, Brent? I can do it.
Yeah, Casey almost. How tall are you, Casey?
6'4".
Are you 6'4"?
Oh yeah. I mean, if we're doing like a networking pickup basketball game, we got it.
Man, we got the down low guy.
Casey, you're good. Stand in the paint. I'll get you the ball.
I mean, if it's full court, I'm going to get kind of tired.
Just walk it. It's fine. You're good.
If it's half court, I got it.
There ain't no shot clock. We're fine.
You can just hang down the other side.
Yeah.
In fairness, who we're
Hamby,
playing?
can you play basketball at all?
We're good.
No, I'm not very good.
That's be an athlete. You're fine, Hamby. Play
I
some
appreciate
defense.
I can play
honesty,
defense.
Yeah. Brent, we got this. Anybody in town doesn't want this. I'm telling you right now.
Could. No, we
telling you right now.
It wouldn't even be close.
Wouldn't even be a match.
I totally agree with you.
A game, I guess. A match. What am I playing? Tennis? Sorry.
Soccer.
All right, we got about 10 minutes. Let's go, Judge.
All right. Most of these Jags related because I forgot about the bit and I wrote them down on the way here. Do you have a read?
Yeah, I'll get to
Okay,
laying down the law. Presented by Kenny Lay. Thanks for the heads up.
Just making sure we get credit.
Yeah, we get him credit. Kenny Lay and Associates. Men only, family law only. Make sure you visit menonlyfamilylaw.com with Kenny Lay and Associates. Give it to us, Judge.
Beautiful. All right. We talked about George Kittle a minute ago. Now Brock Purdy going to miss some time as well. So San Francisco 49ers may be in some trouble. Who will let Austin start?
Well, actually, with all due respect, since Brent lost last time, isn't that the loser goes
That's
first?
right. Known loser, Brent Martineau will go first. Brent, without both of those guys in a couple of weeks, if they are still out, the Jaguars should or should not be favored to win the football game against the 49ers in California in a couple weeks?
Oh, I think a lot will have to do on what happens these next couple of weeks. But I would say I don't think the Jaguars should be favored against the San Francisco 49ers regardless. Kittle being out, they still have enough weapons to throw the ball to. Mac Jones obviously has played enough football, and Kyle Shanahan's really good, really respected. And my biggest problem playing against the San Francisco 49ers, if you look over time now, Shanahan has had the Jags number. Doesn't matter what kind of defense they're playing, what kind of scheme they're playing, who's calling it, where it is. He seems to really have the Jags figured out. Hopefully this year will be a little bit different. But I think the trend plays from Vegas as the San Francisco 49ers being the favorite anytime the Jags go west and anytime they play Kyle Shanahan.
Now, if we're talking about Vegas and what they look at, they're not going to look at it and say, well, Kyle Shanahan's got the Jaguars number. That's not how bookies or odds makers work, just like it's not how odds makers work in terms of Cincinnati Bengals when Zac Taylor has never won week 2 of a regular season. They don't take that into account at all because, well, Cincinnati obviously still favored. What they take into account is who's going to be on the field, who's going to be playing, and what we know. And what do we know right now? That Trevor Lawrence is by far the better quarterback than Mac Jones. There's a reason why Mac Jones right now is on his 3rd football team, and he's supposed to be the leader of the San Francisco 49ers. Give me a break. There's a reason why Evan Ingram is considered a better tight end than who? Who's the tight end of the 49ers? And go. I don't know either. I don't think Vegas even knows. So I'm not Evan Ingram, I'm sorry. Brenton Strange. Save myself a little bit.
Damn.
Hey, the point is though, is that the Jaguars roster is superior than San Francisco 49ers, okay? Set aside from Christian McCaffrey, what else do they have? And go.
For a second there, he almost said, did you order the code red and called it green?
Could have been bad.
Hamby, what do you got?
The fact that I can't name a 49ers tight end either, I'm going to have to go Winter Austin.
Damn it, I said Evan Ingram too.
Who is the backup tight end? Can we figure that out?
Name me, who do they have for wide receivers?
Ricky Pearsall.
Besides him.
Pearsall had a good game.
Besides him.
They've got a bunch of guys hurt.
Jawan Jennings?
Christian McCaffrey.
Isn't Jennings hurt?
I think he's hurt.
And Ayuk ain't going to be playing, is he?
I think he's hurt.
Luke Farrell will be their starting tight end.
Get out.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna redact my entire statement.
They do have a guy by the name of Christian McCaffrey. He's healthy, right?
For now.
Well, no, not really.
Yeah, he's got his calf.
I think
got a calf.
Got a calf. All right, here we go. Next one. Still Jacksonville Jaguars related. Tank Bigsby, we'll see you. No longer a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He goes to Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Brent, you start.
Well, no, Casey, I'm starting.
Yes.
What?
He just started.
Oh.
Sorry, honor. Yeah, you know.
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
That's a tough one to say to Casey.
Yeah, it is, right?
Order.
I think we cancel the bet.
Order.
I think Brent does the read again. We go to break and call it a show.
Well, we're about there.
Personally. Tank Bigsby, Austin.
Yes.
Will have a better career now that he is out of Jacksonville and in Philadelphia. Yes or no?
Will have a better career. Okay.
I mean, better or worse, depending on how you want to look at that.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Listen, I like Tank Bigsby a lot, but he's not going to have a better career now that he's in Philadelphia. We saw the same thing with James Robinson. James Robinson had his best run here in Jacksonville. Why? Because he was a featured back for a little bit. Tank Bigsby was a featured back here for a little bit. He had the most yardage rushing. You know, he was okay in the receiving game, but here's the fact of the matter. Tank Bigsby is not an every down back. He fits into one mold, one box, and he's a between the tackles runner, and he's kind of the last of a dying breed in terms of what the NFL is looking for at the running back position. Sure, go be a goal line back somewhere, go be the first down back somewhere, but when it comes time to catch the ball, when it comes time to run screens and things like that, that's not his MO. He had his best years in Jacksonville, which are nothing but the best, but the best is over.
Marty.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty easy that he will have his best years ahead of him. He's only 23 years old. He's going to a team that is the best in the league, arguably, and especially at running the football and finding ways to get people involved. Even if it's in the kick return game for now, it'll eventually evolve into the running back game. To spell Saquon Barkley, you need more running backs. People will get hurt. They're going deep into January. This guy only had like 700 yards in Jacksonville. It's not hard to outdo his Jacksonville years. I think he'll clearly do that in Philly. They've got control, by the way, for 2 more seasons with Tank Bigsby. I think the NFL's situational. This is a good situation for Tank Bigsby over the next couple of years. Maybe not over the next month, but over the next couple of years. And by the time he's done with next year, he'll be 24 years old. And he's got more good football ahead of him for the next 3, 4, 5 years after that.
Amby.
I think this is a one-sided argument because me personally, I believe that it's definitely his best times are over. But I believe Brent gave a better argument.
Yeah, make it interesting.
Winner
I like
Brent.
it. I like it.
Here we go, last one. There's not a lot of goofiness on the internet right now, so it's going to be tough to pull something from there. But I did find this last night about 10:30 p.m. I was listening to Megan Maroney, and I stumbled. You can actually see it in the screenshot I sent you guys. Didn't send it to Brent, but it is a Brent tweet. So Brent last night tweeted, I think about this once a week, if not more. The Jaguars might have a star in Liam Cohen. So Brent, you're starting this time, right?
Correct.
Brent, is it or is it not weird that you're sitting around at 9:16 p.m. thinking about other grown men being a star? What do you got?
That part is a little bit weird. I was wondering how that was going to be perceived. Most people seem to like the tweet.
Also known weirdos.
Well, maybe. But, yeah, I don't think in reality it's that strange. I had watched Sounds of the Game, and I watch other things about the Jaguars, and when obviously we're coming off news conference and catching up, so there are various different times that we catch Liam Cohen kind of doing his job that would be kind of trigger the thought that he is going to be a star. So, yeah, not perceived weird, not really that weird if you live in my life.
Awesome.
I think it's weird to say that they have a star already in Liam Cohen when he's only won 1 football game. I think if you want to go back to when Mike McDaniel was hired, everybody was on the Mike McDaniel train because, oh, this guy looks different. He's got some swag to him. He has his players' backs and everything. Well, how's the Mike McDaniel situation going right now in Miami? Everybody wants him out of there. Like, sometimes the most eloquent speakers, sometimes the best talkers don't make the best football coaches. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Liam Cohen is off to a great start, and he said all the right things. But I was excited for Urban Meyer back in the day when he first got here. I was excited for Doug Peterson when he got here, and those didn't end well at all. It's not fair to judge a guy and say he's going to be a star after 1 game. It's a performance-based business. It's not a TED Talk. It's not a debate. It's what can you do on the field and what do your players look like? And so far, so good, but it's just 1 game. Got to see it in totality in the entire season.
Wow.
Amy?
The question was whether it was weird or not for Brent to do it, not whether Cohen is a star or not. Austin, you gave that argument.
That's why I said it was weird because he's calling him a star.
I think this was shifted another way, so this is going to have to be an upset alert. Winner, Brent.
Drats.
Wow.
Drats.
I'm pretty much sure you guys were on a bit just to make me lose every week.
Nah, just
that was just you, man.
Yeah, you're terrible at this. But Bert, congratulations, bro. Way to pull one out. Next week.
I was wondering if you'd catch that. I was kind of a little muddy on if he answered the question or not.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to say what I was really thinking about. I'm not going to lie.
Known weirdo.
Didn't really want to say what I really wanted to say about it.
Known
Just
weirdo,
trying
Bert.
to respect the internet.
Come on, Bert. Have some respect.
Hey, who's the favorite right now to win the World Series before we go?
What?
Is this a guess?
Yeah. No. Yeah, just guess. I mean, odds.
You know the answer?
Is there the Phillies?
No,
They're
there's
third.
no way.
13-2 odds.
If this whole thing is a bit for you to say Dodgers, I'm not going to be happy.
I bet you it still
It's
is.
not a bit. It's just who
Dodgers.
do you
Is it
think?
the Dodgers?
The Dodgers are 4-1.
Okay.
You know who's second?
No.
The Yankees.
Not the Brewers.
Yes, the Brewers.
All teams from the
6-1.
National League.
They obviously haven't been watching Brewers
So
games
4-1.
lately.
Well, they haven't obviously watched the Dodgers either most of the time,
Yeah.
last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So 4-1, 6-1, 13-2. Yankees are the 4th best odds. By the way, the Yankees just lost by double-digit runs in their home park, back-to-back days for the first time in franchise history.
Who are they playing?
The Tigers,
Dang.
who have the next best odds after that.
No respect for the Tigers. They've been good all year. Except that one little run.
I can still get 16-1 odds on the Red Sox.
Do it.
You going to do it, Brent? Put some money down?
That ain't bad.
That ain't
16-1. You know one other thing I looked up last night?
What's
Juan
that?
Soto, good year or a bad year?
I think it's been okay.
I think it's been unbelievable if you really look at the numbers.
Not winning.
I haven't looked at the numbers.
Well, they are. I mean, they're still for now tied in the wild card. His numbers are pretty much he's 0.2 WAR away from Ohtani.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's got 30 stolen bases.
Absolutely nothing.
Second in on base percentage.
Say it again now.
I didn't feel like he's been good, but he's been good. Club 904 coming up next with me, O'Brien. Jaguars All Access tonight, 7 o'clock. You can see it here on the network. You can also come down with us to String Sports Brewery. Travis Etienne, our guest. That's live on CBS 47 this week. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants.